Welcome to the Purge. People start running. Means we hunting. Means we dumping. Really means nothing but first and last warning. You'll start hearing shots now. Only giving your block 5 minutes to lockdown. Vicious with words. This is a gift and a curse. Listen up, this is the purge. Your rap style's dead, now I'm the coroner. I'm out here getting money in places where I'm the foreigner. I'm warning you, you niggas to pick up the mic. You're gonna be a victim tonight. Vicious, I sick 'em, that's right. Shouldn't have been picking a fight. Your crew all can get it too. I dare y'all, internet thugs, your rich do. Just like stew after the stair fall. This ain't coming to America. This is terror for your era. And I'm the last brand to know that you should grow a pair of. Yeah, on site or on mic, I'm going strike. I could fight, it's coincidental. So if I say that I'm about to beat you up, you won't be leaving with an instrumental. The sickest sinner that's spitting the same nigga that's quick to flip. You can eat you for dinner if pissed at you. I'm on my D shit, what I put in your mouth gon' light up at the tip, but ain't the E6. See me coming, me and 3 gunmen, people start running. Means we hunting, means we dumping, really means nothing but first and last warning. You'll start hearing shots now. Only giving your block 5 minutes to lockdown. Vicious with words. This is a gift and a curse. Listen up, this is the purge. We hoping you ready, prepare cause you facing a team deadly as Freddy. We adjacent to Jason. Latchkey at the hospital, we patiently waiting. That's me at your house, nigga, with the K in your basement. The Mad Hatter, to have a rapper sweating like R. Kelly in the room full of girls with a bad bladder. Yeah, who want problems? All I need is a Batman, I can hold down Gotham. Who gon' stop him? I'm drunk but not worthless. I'm not slurring my words. I'm speaking in cursive. A god is emerging to the surface to baptize you rap guys with verses. Mental marksman get picked apart when the dark hit your heart. It's the start of you depart from the art. I draw the 9 and I ain't even restored order yet. When you draw the 9, it's probably gonna be a Mr. Porter sketch. See me coming, me and 3 gunmen, and people start running. Means we hunting, means we dumping, really means nothing but first and last warning. You'll start hearing shots now. Only giving your block 5 minutes to lockdown. Vicious with words. This is a gift and a curse. Listen up, this is the purge.
Montana, but I'm doing family.
Ruin them, starting with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Just me and my long gun. Oh, y'all niggas done fuck with the wrong one. Sam cook you, that mean a change gon' come when a deranged lunatic in your bushes go dumb. Crazy like a motherfucking fox. Shot, that's about to pick your fucking lock. Block, dressed up like a dreadlock roster. Riding on my enemies, listening to pop. Hit 'em up, and I ain't talking Debo punching, no getting up. We spark whenever we go hunting. Lift 'em up, cause I think I see 'em coming if this is truck. I put the silence on so they won't hear the buck. It's like a dream come true, more like a horror scene in a movie when I'm through. I come for respect and I'm about to take it from you. Tried to play me, maybe I'm a crazy 80s baby too. Pull up by yourself before you can cry for help. I'ma make sure you feel all the pain that I felt. Next time you feel like starting some shit, better know who you starting it with. Cause karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. coming out. Too late to pout cause your crew ain't around. I'ma poke holes in your grill, shoelace your mouth. Oh, I get it, limelight's what you wanted from me. Now you apologetic cause hindsight is 2020. Bananas in your crib like a fucking monkey. Oh no nigga, I go gorilla, fofo pillar, fold your shit up. I know niggas that was gon' go get you. Inspect the gadget with the ratchet, go killer. My nigga Frank old school, only thing creeping. So if you see Frank with the tank, he ain't streaking. We strike first, that's before you do. I do that to avoid you boys leaving my boy blue. Oh, it's a slaughter, no making offers. Opened up his bedroom door to him and his daughter. He's trying to get her ready for the purge, not knowing I'm already on the verge. Calm as a bitch. Okay, honey, there's a purge going on outside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this game on for you. It's a classic video game right here. You should like it. It just takes me back to memory lane when I was a kid.
Dad?
Yes, honey?
Who's that man standing behind you?
Huh? Make way for the insane in the brain.
Right on, this is me right now. I let Los know, you know, we're running a little bit late and everything like that, so he might tap in right away. Right. Oh, send me the live if you got that too, just so I can pass it to him because he wants to send it to some of his peeps too. All right. I'm gonna tap out for a minute. Yeah, right back. Bet.
Not bad for the gutter. I had a father and mother. My dad took his anger out on us from others, and me and my brother suffered. It made us all some bad motherfuckers. If I could go back, I wouldn't change nothing of us. I unleash my inner beast for inner peace. I chop my comp up to pieces and eat. Spit their bones in the street. My opponent shall cease, have a feast. Start Midwest, go west and in east. So long. Yeah, you could be the prince, I'ma be the king. Mike George record, it's time to get a ring. You could be the prince, I'ma be the king. Sorry, I'm no longer prince, but I've evolved to a king. You could be the prince, I'ma be the king. Mike George record, it's time to get a ring. You could be the prince, I'ma be the king. Finally awake, but still living the dream. Now my Detroit players go to work. My Detroit players go to work. It's our time now. So long. Your reign is over. Come on.
Get in on the action with prize.
I done been around the world getting money, always repping Detroit. Wherever I go, I get respect, but I know this one thing. They say the same thing about Detroit. They say they heard we get. Nobody ever comes to Detroit because they heard we get. They say the same thing about Detroit. Yeah. Ow! You are now tuned in to the truth. Get prepared for you step up to the booth. Watch your ass, there's a sniper on the roof. Off in Norco, watching Narcos. OG, keep it jardos. You a real smoker, huh? That's good. We putting the whole apes in the backwood. Scary's what it's gonna be. You wanna be, and you don't wanna be in front of me. I damage her, take your chick, have her looking back at the D like she just crossed to Canada. They say we crazy, thrive off anger. You come here, no call, well that's danger. Best things for you to do, remain focused. We in the streets waving cans, but ain't homeless. Yeah, fuck what we care for, huh? You don't call before you come here. We got Air Force guns, and they waiting at the airport. One thing for show, two things for certain. You come here, no call, close curtain. Show's over. Sesame Street with this big bird. All I know is kill shit. Only way I'ma change is God hit the kill switch. Blow my high, you a goner. You would think it's blasphemy on Jesus. When I come killing you with stoners. Psychopath with a rifle, yeah, I light your ass up. Bitch, you catch the hand just like I can hit. And what? Break your legs while you're eating bacon eggs. Tell them stand up, see what I did there. Put your ass in a wheelchair. You say Vicious name in Detroit, niggas real there. Cause I'm real there, yeah. Vicious. Hope you ready, motherfuckers. Detroit is like a bad dream, and you're looking at Freddy, motherfuckers. Y'all make up these stories cause y'all dipshits. Stop being scared ass rappers and call trick. We got a bad rep and we ain't even did shit. So all the horror stories about us shouldn't be mentioned. I done been around the world getting money, always repping Detroit. Wherever I go I get respect, but I know this one thing. They say the same thing about Detroit. They say they heard we get. Nobody ever comes to Detroit because they heard we get. They say the same thing about Detroit.
YouTube TV has no hidden fees and includes unlimited DVD.
Ow! What you gon' say when I'm in your face? Like talk shit now. Yeah. You was talking all tough on Twitter, nigga. Well say something now. Yeah. You was just IGing with all them guns, but where they at now? Yeah. It's a fair fight, mano and mano, so talk shit now. You wanna be tough so bad until a folk flash. How about your slow ass go and step up your folk cab? Come to your lab, show you how it's done. No, I'm not the one. Flow's a weapon, son. Go and run. No, I got the gun. If my life was a flick, it'd be a box office hit. The money, the chicks, the grams and the bricks, the Canada trips, the cameras, the whips, the liquor fits, and all the damage you did. My brother managed to quit. Even after half gallons of lick, he still always handled his beers, but got sober. Now he handles the beers, and I'm an animal. I ain't lying, I got lion in my bloodline. Told you one time already, parallel killer. The lines is deadly, your rhymes is petty. You better when you tweet, I hope you ready to speak. Especially when we meet, beat you to sleep, leave you in pieces, deceased through features. I got a vocal gun, come see him in person, murk him, come surf with the chosen one. What you gon' say when I'm in your face? Like talk shit now. Yeah. You was talking all tough on Twitter, nigga. Well say something now. Yeah. You was just IGing with all them guns, but where they at now? Yeah. It's a fair fight, mano and mano, so talk shit now. Yo, quit with the judgment. I ain't stunting your Twitter thugging. They tryna move me, but I ain't budging. Pick up your budget, a nigga, you're nothing. End the discussion. When my pen's in circumference, then you know who not to fuck with. I am up. Mental warfare, outthink your opponent. Cause when you're face to face, though he was hating, he don't want it. He ain't bought it, he just styling, he ain't violent. The police was to ask him about it, he ain't silent, he ain't solid, he just mad cause he ain't got it. Pistols register size, New Year's, he ain't shot it. I'm from an era where I'ma smoke on my marijuana, rap and be a ganja farmer. My own edibles like Willy Wonka, incredible mantra, work, Drake and Rihanna. I stay grinding, we take what we wanna. Me and my queen living somewhere, hot as Bahamas. Wanna sweat, just step outside, don't need a sauna. Miss me with drama. Ow! What you gon' say when I'm in your face? Like talk shit now. Yeah. You was talking all tough on Twitter, nigga. Well say something now. Yeah. You was just IGing with all them guns, but where they at now? Yeah. It's a fair fight, mano and mano, so talk shit now.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast, the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.
What up, dog? What up, dog? What up, dog? Welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast. I'm one of 3 hosts. Jay Gutta in the building. Just had Blatonio, Todd in the building. Don't worry, he'll be right back. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Southwest CC, I see you, baby. Always holding us down. What up, Dope Music Stormer 051. If you haven't already, if you're new to the show, make sure you subscribe. Straight out of Detroit, baby. I'm straight out of Southwest. If you want to be on the show, you want your music played, this is how it's in the description below. Make sure you check out the description, because now the Hood Smokers inside the joint. You understand me? F. Jaleel. But tonight we got a special episode. You know what I'm saying? We got the homie DJ Los. Legendary DJ. Now, I can't say this is true or not, and we'll ask Los about this, but I'm saying it, dog. This got to be true. DJ Los was the first DJ out of Detroit dropping mixtapes. I got to say it, man. I mean, he been doing this shit since the 80s. I can pull up some shit and show y'all. Make sure you go check him out on Instagram. We got that all down there. Look, homie Kid Vishis. Shout out Kid Vishis. You know what I'm saying? We got some dope hip hop to play for y'all tonight, too. We got some tracks. We got some stuff. Shout out to Hush, too, while I'm thinking about it. Shout out to Hush. I just seen Hush. But yeah, we got a dope ass night of hip hop. So why don't we just jump straight to it? Oh, yeah, I got some other announcements, too. This Saturday night. A week from today, we're going to have 2 Live Crew in the house. Brother Marquise. Marquise, your brother. I know y'all know Brother Marquise. Shout out to Brother Marquise. Shout out to the boy Dirty. Congratulations. He won an award today. If you don't know the boy Dirty, man, straight doing his thing out of Miami. Shout out Monte Cristo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Monty. Shout out to Chinaman Records. Rest in peace, Fresh Kid Ice. But yeah, shout out to Brother Marquise. We got him coming on Friday. Shout out to SPC, South Park Coalition. K Reno, we got him in the building coming soon. We got them damn twins lined up for the end of March. What up, though, Andy Christ? I see you, homie. We got the homie DJ Los tonight. Yeah, legendary DJ. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. And this is to F. Jaleel. Look, you ain't got to be a smoker to be on the Hood Smokers Podcast. Shout out to the House of Dank. Shout out to the Flower Bowl. Shout out to all the dispensaries out there. We are looking for motherfucking you know what I'm saying. We're looking for people sponsorship. We got a lot of big shit going on. Shout out to Jay Rizzo. If you're tuned in right now, we got to chop it up later. Shout out to Rizzo. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to all the Detroit artists, all the Bay artists, Houston artists. Shout out to Just Ice from Brooklyn. Shout out to Cuban Link out in the Bronx, New York. Man, worldwide, that's the difference. See, we rep Detroit. You see, I'm busting Southwest all day, baby. Southwest Detroit. Throw the S-dub up. You know what I'm saying? All day. Detroit, baby. Shout out to the Alien Gang, too. Shout out Vicious. Shout out to Royce the 5'9". Yeah, all day, Andy Christ. You know Southwest in the building. But we're going to jump right into some music, man. Straight into some motherfucking music. How about we jump into this track? Dog, this shit is hard as fuck right here. Produced by DJ Los. Like I said, he's the coldest in Detroit, dog. And I believe he was the first one dropping mixtapes, if I'm not mistaken. But this is Kid Vishis featuring DJ Los, Snapbacks and Backpacks. This shit is hard as fuck, y'all. Turn it up. Let's get it. I'm the Hood Smokers. Yeah, you know what the fuck it is. Shit's hard as fuck, ain't it, Andy Christ? That shit hard as fuck, god damn it. Link down there in the description for that track. And for more music from Los. We gonna check out some more music he produced and shit. But right now, let's see what else we got up on here. I got a whole list of music though. We got some you know what, we gonna go some old school Detroit throwback. It's a throwback. I call it a throwback. K-Stone. You might know him now as Dogmatic. K-Stone, DUK, Detroit Underdog Kings. Shout out to the whole crew. Let's play this. Victim of Society. Rest in peace, Big Proof. Let's go.
Yeah.
Detroit, stand up.
KSJ, back in this motherfucker with the Ghetto Boys. DJ Ready Red in the house. You know what I'm saying? Streets, hard times is every day. I'm down on my luck, so what the fuck? Pay me. Give me your shit. I'm taking, I'm cocking a fofo. I ain't faking. I'm on a mission. Down with the snatch movement. In other words, I'm taking shit. I don't steal. Stealing's when you sneak. I'm your gangster, not your thief. So get it right. I only work at night. I hate to take another brother's life, but yo, I'm doing what I gotta. I'm taking from everybody. So watch your mama. It's no prejudice when it comes to money. I want it all. Ain't nothing funny, so don't sleep or it just might cost you. Or we might say your wallet just lost you. I ain't out to starve, nigga, and I'm hungry enough to pull the trigger. It's too bad that I don't have a choice of variety, cause I'm a victim of society. I'm just a victim of the system. on itself to make a living. And any fool that wants to buy it, I'm selling it. That's how I'm living life as a black youth. But you hate it when a nigga tell the truth, cause it makes you shiver. When you can take a nigga out the street, but not the street out the nigga. So don't blame me for shit. I'm just a victim of the system. I'm just a victim of the system. Most niggas catch hell instead of a dream, so it seems. I got low self-esteem. What the fuck you expect when your childhood was a motherfucking wreck? Street shit and gangs to guide me. Society really wanna hide me, but the truth will set me free. So the goddamn government can't fuck over me. Mr. President, set your price for the sellout, but I'd rather roll the dice. What the fuck do I care about America's dream? The motherfucking nightmare? The shit's too hectic. I'm a victim of the system, like I told you last record. That's how the system don't work, cause all this shit is ran by jerks. So I'm cocking the 12 gauge, and when I hit the switch, that's 400 years of rage. I know the hit, cause I list them. Don't blame me, I'm the motherfucking victim. I'm just a victim of the system. I'm just a victim of the system. I'm just a victim. I'm just a victim of the system. So fuck the red, white, and blue, and what they do. They don't give a fuck about you from Bush on back to Truman. The motherfuckers don't even consider us human, and David Duke makes me puke. Running around with a tie and suit. If he won, he would've made history. But in the back of his mind, another white victory. So who takes the loss? Now who's the master and who's the boss? So let the rest preach religion, but K-Stone is preaching about a motherfucking ass kicking that I'm giving the system for fucking over me and making me a motherfucking victim. Hoes.
Hoes. Shout out to K-Stone, goddamn. That's shooting out of Detroit. I know he don't like to be called that no more. So shout out to K-Stone. That's the homie right there. That's the family right there. Detroit, stand the fuck up. My money right off the Above the Rim soundtrack. Y'all ain't know. DJ Los, tonight's guest. Yeah. Produced records on Above the Rim, you know, with Tupac. But we don't want to get pulled down, you know what I'm saying? And we know this track right here, this off the Above the Rim soundtrack, you know that's owned by Majors, you know what I'm saying? The Majors own that shit. So we don't want to get snatched down. We've had that happen and we ain't going to let it happen again, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what else we got here. Apollo Brown, Can't Lose. This is all DJ Los produced. Let's get it. This is a whole album, Sincerely Detroit, we going to play. Let's go. Let's see. We can accept cookies. Let's go. Hold on. Titles playing games. Titles playing games. We don't jump to YouTube. Let's jump over here to YouTube then. Let's get it. On the Hood Smokers Podcast. Yeah, you know that track, Andy Christ? Yeah. Off the Above the Rim soundtrack. Tonight's guest, DJ Los, the original. Make sure you check him out. Like I said, links down there. His Instagram, YouTube, all that. Right here, everybody holler. A Red Eye Smoking Aries, alias Knuckle, and Slata, DJ Los. Let's get it. Detroit, stand the fuck up. DJ Los. Shout out to everybody on that track. Straight fire. You know what I'm saying? Straight fire. Yeah. Samples from Tech 9. You heard that shit? That shit was fire, yo. I mean, we just gonna keep them rolling. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Detroit history. Carl, Bush, Small, and DJ Los. Let's get it. On the Hood Smokers Podcast, we ain't even gonna slow up because we
travel the whole world
Let's get it, man.
And Dr. Dre's only sole percussionist with him that did all his records. So on this actual record, I'm on about 5 different tracks that interweave with each other, you know, because I create parts, I read parts, I work with all arrangers. So when Daz asked me to do this song for him, this was my very first song I did for Daz when I came to California in 1993 for the Above the Rim soundtrack. And I pulled my Jaguar into the parking lot, I drove it from Detroit to the West Coast. Dre had called me on the phone. He said, here in Cali, because he got his name at my baby face. That means to this day.
Give it up for history, y'all.
Famous.
Wait a minute, hold on. You made it?
I didn't make it. It's an LP instrument, but nobody never heard of it until I ended on L.
I see him. Oh, I see the man, the myth, the legend right here. All right. Hey, what up, though? Yeah. What up, man, it's an honor to have you coming on with us, man.
For sure. It's an honor to be acknowledged. Man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
What up, though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one with my dad. Yeah, that was my pops. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, like your dad is a legend in his own right as well. So that's why I thought was, you know, that's an honor right there. It's just like, you know.
Right.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, shit, we can get right into the chopping it up since you're here right now. Well, I mean, I already played that track, which is dope as fuck, with the homie Kid Vishis, Snapbacks and Backpacks. I played that.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? Fire, dog. I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, that's fire. Like I was telling Blatonio, I'm like, Lowe's been like, I can't like say this for sure, but was you the first DJ out of Detroit to drop mixtapes, dog? Was you the first one?
No, that was inaccurate. I wouldn't be the first to drop mixtapes, but I was part of a rap group called Easy B and DJ Los, and we had the first full-length rap album from Detroit. So that's the history that we claim.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, because I seen the homie Hush had shared the tape, cassette tape. Still had the cassette tape. I'm like,
oh yeah,
88. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Hush. That's my homie right there.
Yeah.
Oh, he always showed me love. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to homie Hush.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
I heard a lot of dope samples, like in that one track. Was that Tech 9 you were sampling down there? Was that a Tech 9?
Which track? Which track?
Let me see what the name of that track was. I think it
was it Kid Vishis? The Kid Vishis track?
No, Everybody Holler.
Yeah, that is. Yep, that's Tech 9. Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Okay. Someone said that in the comments. That sound like Tech 9 in there. Yeah.
Yep, that's the homie Tech. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Tech 9. Yeah. Shout out St. Louis, Missouri. Shit. Brother King X, welcome. What up, though?
Hey.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Yeah.
What's good, people?
What up with
legendary DJ Los.
DJ Los.
No East or West Coast. It's Rap Mafia DJ Easy B and Low.
Yep. Esham. Shout out to my boy Esham.
Yeah.
Detroit most wanted. Chaos Maestro.
He know the history. Yep. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. We love you back, man. When people acknowledge us, man, I always feel grateful, man, because, you know, a lot of us, we get forgotten. Our history gets forgotten. And whenever somebody can, you know, go back and remember the original, you know, the origins of everything. You know, we were before the Eminems and Slum Village. You know, shout out to all of them. Them all my homies. You know, don't get it twisted. Them my homies. But we had an era before all of that became popular.
See, when I was coming up as a youngster into hip hop, it started off with, you know, of course, it started off with the East Coast influences. But once I started hearing about the Ever Ready crew, you know what I'm saying, Nicky D, which I talk to 3D to this day, from the Ever Ready crew to this day.
That's what's up. Tell him I said what up, though.
Yeah,
I tell him what up, though. You know what I'm saying? Once I start seeing Detroit artists, I started looking up to the Detroit artists more than the East and the West Coast artists.
Right.
That's our home, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a closeness. You know what I'm saying? We had our little rivalries and things like that. You know, Awesome Dre. We thought Awesome Dre was dissing us. You know what I'm saying? Dissing me and Easy B. But it came full circle. And I ended up being Awesome Dre's DJ. So I DJ for Awesome Dre now. So we laughed at all of that old stuff. He's like, man, I wasn't dissing y'all. But we was a tight-knit family back then. And to this day, like when I do a set and I play all of the stuff like you just mentioned, the Box and Boss and Awesome Dre, Esham, Detroit's Most Wanted, Smiley, you know what I'm saying? Prince Vince, Jack Frost. You know, it's everybody floods the lines. They were like, man, I remember that era. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I used to be hitting Planet Rock over in Southwest. It used to be on Vernon. Then they moved it to Springwells, but I used to be hitting that bitch every week, copping any underground Detroit shit I could find. That's what I was telling Jack Frost. As soon as I seen that album with the Jack Frost face, eyes rolled up, I'm like, man.
Oh, yeah.
We used to get our Detroit shit from Sam Goody, Music Land, because they always had the Detroit section.
Yeah.
Always.
And Damon Diss on Plymouth Road, too. Can't forget about them. I don't even know if they're still there. Damon Diss.
Damon.
Had the DJ.
Yeah, another good spot was Chauncey's.
Buy Right.
They still open, too. Buy Right.
Yeah.
The suburbs, you got
Kendrick's music.
Kendrick.
Yep.
Chantaniques.
Yep.
Shit,
that was the era.
Not to mention the suburbs, you had Rocket Ages. You still got Rocket Ages.
Yeah, you had Rocket Ages.
Yep.
Shit, I met Esham there when he was personally hand delivering the Maggot Brain Theory cassette tape up there. Pulled up in the Suburban and dropped the whole box of cassette tapes off up there and shit.
Yeah, we had record time too. Record time.
Hi-hats.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Soup still got doesn't Soup or is it DJ Butter got a record store, don't he?
I don't know if he has a store, but he's always at what is this?
And I forgot the name of the spot. There's another spot in Beverly Hills that's still
Memories and Melodies is where Butter is always at too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ Butter and them. Shout out to Super MC. I see you work with the Almighty Dreadnoughts. I mean, shout out.
Yeah, I'm the official DJ too. Yep. All the homies, man. I DJ for somewhere everybody. I'm like the community DJ. Yeah. That's what Boss told me.
Right. That's why I said Miss Corona was under there too, and I've been rocking with Miss Corona since I don't know if you remember this, but there was a movie being filmed in Detroit called Detroit's Gone Wild, and there was a dude named Tim. He was the money behind it, but we was going to a studio off Jefferson right across from Belle Isle, and Miss Corona was a part of that. There was a lot of legends. MC Breed was a part of that. We were down there at the Summer Jam. It was pretty dope. I don't know whatever happened with the movie though. It never dropped, but What do you think about the one movie? I feel like it gave Detroit a lot of recognition. Was that movie? What was it? Blatonio, Todd? You was
he already probably knows what I'm going to talk about. Is the untold story of Detroit hip hop.
Shout out.
I think was shined in the right.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Champtown. Champtown put that together. My boy Champtown. He used to record with Eminem. He actually took Eminem to Prince's studio, Paisley Park, back in the day. So he had a lot of footage, like when they pulled up with Eminem getting out of the SUV. Not they had SUV, they had a van, and he was very instrumental in. Well, actually, he put that whole thing together himself. So they had a lot of background information about Detroit hip hop on there. Right. Yeah, I was a part of. I did an interview on there, and so did my dad. My dad is on there too.
What do you think made him use Chuck D as the voice, like to do?
We were discussing it. Yeah, go ahead. Because we were discussing a little bit about it. But I was like saying who I would choose as the narrator, even though Chuck D.
Well, Chuck been rocking with the D since the 80s, bro. Chuck been rocking with the D.
I was just wondering, like, why they didn't use, like, there's so many legends from Detroit they could have used, like, was it because Chuck D's name was so big, Public Enemy had such a, did so much for the game, if that was why they used Chuck D for that.
And he's a hip-hop activist, like in that where it's, what better to do, a respectable name like that,
Oh, yeah, that was an honor to have Chuck, narrating the whole thing. we all got history. You know, I met Chuck back when Chaos and Maestro had their album out, and Chaos actually got really close to Chuck. And Chuck used to come to Detroit, and he'd come and hang with us at the studio, and you know, and support whatever Chaos and Maestro were doing. And I was able to, you know, build a rapport with him that way.
That's what's up.
He wasn't mad from the fact. He wasn't mad from the fact because you're from Motown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. His family.
That's
his family
the
is from
line.
Yeah.
That's the first line. But because I'm from Motown. Is my dogs in the house?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I got that picture pulled up right now with EPMD. So that was pretty good.
Oh.
You still there with us, Los? I think you froze up for a minute.
Oh, maybe he's going in and out. He might be. Let's see.
He froze.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, he might have to drop in and out. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it froze up for a second. It froze up. All right, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You were mentioning so much stuff. I heard you do the clip for Chaos and Maestro. Cause I'm from Motown. That comes from Robert S. Robert S. was another pioneer from Michigan,
right?
And we claim him from as he came from Detroit.
Okay. Yeah, I got a picture pulled up with you and the EPMD and shit. Fucking. See, I see you been.
Oh yeah.
With a lot of legends. How was that?
Yeah.
Then?
Oh, them my homies right there.
Yeah, Pete Rock right there, man.
Yeah, them my homies. Let's see, EPMD, me and Eric, all of them, Parrish, all of them. We got tight. I end up doing they asked me to be the house DJ for an event that I was DJing for my boy Ant Live. And they didn't have a house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they was like, yep. And they was like, we need a DJ to do the whole show. Can you do it? I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, you know. And I rocked it so well, man. They always remember me. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, you was playing all the old joints, man. You know the history, you know. And so I built a rapport with those guys. And then I told Eric Sermon that, you know, those hand claps that he's always sampling from More Bounce to the Ounce, those are my dad's hand claps that he created.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I was a little boy. And so that really stuck in his brain. So every time they come to the city, I hang out with them and DJ Diamond J. You know what I'm saying? So those are my homies.
That's what's up.
Man, you gonna make me break out my foundation tape.
Oh snap! You going back? You going back?
I ain't got that. I got that in '96. At the
Brother King,
show at the State Theater.
Wow.
Yeah. He started springing on deck, like for real. And we know our hip hop history, but yeah, definitely Brother King X right there. I was gonna say, man, he'll bring it out of the crates, man.
Yeah, I see. You be digging.
Yeah. Speaking of cassette tapes, I got a picture pulled up right here too. Everybody can see where it's got Above the Rim, and I did play some of that track, but I didn't play the complete track because I ain't want to get pulled down. I don't know if any members own it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want the interview to get yanked out, but I played some of it. How did that come about? Doing a record with Deathrow like that?
Oh yeah, that So I got my dad has an associate. It's by the name of T Money Green, which I call my uncle. Yeah, I call my uncle. He played a lot of bass lines and stuff with Dr. Dre and Warren G back in the day. And he was stationary out there working with Deathrow before my father was actually there, you know. So I had given T Money Green a tape of some beats because I knew that he was going to be around Dr. Dre. And he called me back maybe 2 weeks after that and had somebody rapping over my beat. And I said, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this guy is, but you know, that's dope. He said, well, his name is Lord G.
Yeah.
And he said he's familiar with who you are because he went to school with you in Detroit. He's out here in LA now though, but he went to Henry Ford High School with you. So he's very familiar with you. And he picked your beat out of like 30 or 40 beats that I played for him. And then I told him who you were, and he was like, "Oh, this got to be the creator working." So it ended up being a song going on the soundtrack to a movie, and I think that's the first movie credit that I ever received. Yeah, I got a couple of them now, but that's the one I always talk about, you know. And yeah, it's what it is. It's a triple. I got the plaque for it on the wall right here.
Okay, yeah, we got the picture of it out there on the screen.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that's that's what it is. That's history, man. I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, shit. I noticed, like I was telling them, when as soon as I posted the flyer, dog, I knew you was like connected, because a lot of the old guests we had, like especially a lot of West Coast guests, like Lynch Mob, JD, all them smashing hearts on it right away and shit. Like we was getting love from RBL, people like that, like Black from RBL. They was hearting it right away. I'm like, damn, everybody knows DJ Lowe's. Now he ain't just he worldwide.
Them the homies. Them the homies, man.
Yeah, because we got Brother Marquise coming on here next Saturday and shit from 2 Live Crew. So,
Crew right there, yep.
Oh shit, you froze up again, Los.
Yeah.
I think it's got to do with the can. Oh shit, I just pulled up a picture and see JD right there in the Lynch Mob.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. But you froze up on us again, Los. Whatever you did last time, fixing your camera or something, I think it worked.
Yeah.
No, I'm going.
He might have to like tap in and out, because I mean that's what I've had to do sometimes too. So yeah.
I'm flicking through these pictures with just legends, dog. There's Miss Corona and shit.
Oh yeah, Pete Rock. That was like, you know, as soon as he started sending those, I was like, man, yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But we got DJ Los in the building. If you just tapping in, you froze up for a second, but I'm sure it's gonna tap right back in.
Yeah, might have to tap back in. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to JD from the Lynch Mob too. If you tuned in, I know the Lynch Mob be watching me. I got the picture pulled up where JD's standing right next to a pointing at Los, like that's that guy. That's that guy. But
that's that guy.
Yeah, that's that guy. That did went triple platinum on that motherfucker. Goddamn it! But shit, why don't we play a quick track while we waiting for the unfreeze real fast? Let's see what we got here. I got a track here. Hold up. That I was gonna play during the music session. Let me see it. While we waiting for Los to get unfroze. Right now, he's camera. He gonna have to tap back in. Hold up. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, because this is unstable connection for some reason. So yeah.
Yeah, I got another video that he produced. It was dope as fuck. Raise the flag. Let's see. Or did we play that? No, we didn't. I didn't play that yet. Raise the flag. Produced by DJ Los. We got DJ Los in the building live. Turn this shit up, y'all. Let's get it.
This is an open invitation and a forum for debating on the blatant use of force. Practice hard without no patience. State of mind's racing with a different style of pacing out, erasing every trace of evidence just to take us out. Taking any chance they got to let the fingers pull back. Shots fired off with killers getting off a full rack. Time and time again we keep on going through the process. Patience ain't a virtue if it's ending with no progress. It's nonsense once you get a glance at the visuals. Patients end up dead before they make it to the hospital. No need for the audio, just to hear the gunshots. You can see the jerking of the body when the gun sparks. Video footage got viewers saying run it back. Bodies laying limp, let you know it ain't no coming back. Dead on arrival, but they never had a shot at it. Too many times we gotta hear how the cops panic. This is just a taste of what's been brewing in the kitchen's pot. Boiling over, smoking up a storm under the kettle's top. Simmer down a bit, but it seems like it'll never stop. Higher learning, burning on the stove and getting tempers. Hey yo, tell me what you scared of. Why you acting so alarmed? Who gon' threaten you? Why you holding on to firearms? You ain't have another way of making sure the crime cease. Show me what was done and had you grabbing for your side piece. Anything besides peace, that's what you be shooting for. Then you all surprised at what the black people do it for? I ain't being racist, but it's seeming like the faces on opposing sides got the whole thing looking racist. Dry palms playing popcorn, getting buttered up. Bands will make them dance a two-step to try and shut them up. How you skipping pages in the rule books for cover up? Every time we think we got a shot, here comes an undercut. Sticking moves side to side, practicing and other stuff. Jabs ain't doing nothing if they hit you with a sucker punch. How you holding back on the facts that be weighing out? You ain't had nothing if we watching how it's playing out. This is just a taste of what's been brewing in the kitchen's pot.
Hey, he's having trouble trying to get back in. That's the thing. Can you send him like maybe another, like, if there's a friend request? Sorry to interrupt, man, but yeah.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can find DJ Los on here on this thing. I'm looking for him.
They didn't prove you can't get back in. Yeah, so just, yeah.
He should be able to just log back in the way he was logged in the last time. Let's see. The Gutta server. I'm looking. I might have to come off the screen for a second. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if we can find I don't know how to even go back there. DJ Low. He should be able to get in the same way he was on here. Hold on, let me go down here.
Yeah. He says connecting, but it won't connect right now. So yeah. So I'm letting him. A minute ago, it was like saying about the stream. The stream was weak on my end too. So I'm wondering, like, actually, how's the weather over there right now? Are you guys like dealing with the cold they was talking about?
No, we got hit by some snow yesterday, but now the shit gone and shit.
Yeah, because I remember me and Brother King X was talking about it, and it was talking bad, but it melted. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm messaging them right now. DJ
Okay. Oh, you like? Oh.
I don't know. I mean,
back in, yeah, because
personal call with them, but then we lose all of us. Like right now, you're popping up on there, and when you talk, and then Nate was just on here. Hold on, I'm gonna go back on here. Now we're all up on here. Let me turn my camera back on. But I just left him a message in the Discord. Like I said, I don't have Discord on my phone right now because of that fucking whack ass group and shit was got me in some shit that shout out to the homie New Life from the Fifth Ward Boys though, but he had added me to the group. I don't think he knew what he was doing, but he added me to some group and that shit had my shit slapping going crazy. My Discord Southwest CC got a little upset about it, and so it ain't on my phone right now. So I got a message from here on the computer and shit, but hopefully he gets a strong signal and he taps right back in and shit. But till then, hold on, we got a single coming up by Brother King X. Right?
Yeah, and they didn't like that group either, so you have to get out of the way.
Oh yeah, I had to get up out of that shit, dog. But I don't think New Life knew what he was really doing. When he
that's the thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that makes sense. You know, like, yeah, I'm new to it too. Like, I was just added to it, and I think that's what it was. He added me, just like he probably added to the group. So
they might be hanging up.
Yeah, I know what group you're talking about because I got added to the same group.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, they was acting crazy. It was like a group of trolls. I think New Life didn't know what was going on. He was fucking with the Discord and finding out about it. Because if y'all don't know about Discord, they're trying to turn it, a lot of these young cats and streaming like a new Facebook, YouTube, like a new social media platform and shit. So you can follow the Hood Smokers podcast, but you got to request to be a part of it because we got legends in there. You know what I'm saying? So we just don't let anybody.
But then start trolling, so that's what happens. It's like
okay, we got Lowe's back up in the building.
Yep.
But yeah, we got a new single by Brother King X dropping on March 20th, 23. We got Lowe's back in the building.
What up, bro?
What up?
Technical difficulties.
It's quite a bit.
That's part of live TV and shit. That's the thing about going live, that we got to deal with that sometimes and shit. But it's but we like to keep it raw and uncut, kind of freestyle the interviews and shit, like we chopping it up in the studio or on the block or something like that. I think that Sloan Bone said it best. He was like, "This, y'all got to keep it like this. It's like we in the studio just chopping it up and shit." Now,
Sloan, that's my bro too.
Oh yeah, shout out Sloan Bone. Yeah, that's the homie and shit. Yeah, we was going.
Did you get hit by the cold like not too long ago? Because like we were down for, or like Gutta's area was down.
They playing with us with the weather, dog. Jack Frost playing with us and shit. He keep hitting.
Right. We got hit with the snow. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's kind of cold. I mean, it's Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It's Detroit. We know what time it is. You know, it ain't no surprise every year for me.
Right, and if you plan on coming up here in April, Blatonio from Tucson, just be ready. We could have snow on the ground in April.
Yeah, we could have snow in April. We could snow in July.
That's right.
I got family in Ohio and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm familiar. You know, yeah.
So what are some of your influences coming up? Like a young DJ Low, young Low. Like what were some of your influence growing up as a young?
Well, definitely, you know, Mojo was on the radio here, the electrifying Mojo, man. I think he inspired a lot of people from here, just by his presence on the radio and the fun that he brought to the radio. And, you know, he introduced a lot of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And he used to have the battles between Prince and Michael Jackson, you know, and I think that was like maybe one of my first influences as far as radio, outside of my dad. Right. My dad is definitely my influence. You know what I'm saying? I gotta mention him first because I used to go to the studio with him, you know, when he was working with Parliament Funkadelic and all of that. So I was in the studio when they were making those records like Flashlight and One Nation Under a Groove and all of that. I was a little boy in the studio when they did that stuff. So that was my early influences with music. And so, but far as being a DJ, I have to say Mojo and the Wizard, Jeff Mills, you know what I'm saying? These guys were on the radio here in Detroit, so they influenced me heavily. And then far as, you know, getting actually into hip hop, it had to be Jam Master Jay first, then Jazzy Jeff, you know what I'm saying? You know, DJ Scratch with EPMD, you know, Tat Money, Cash Money, who is my boy now, you know what I'm saying? I know Cash Money now, so that was an honor to make a connection with him and be able to tell him that I studied him and emulated him early on when I was trying to learn how to scratch, you know? Yeah. So those are the guys that kind of molded me. Just listening to what they were doing, I tried to emulate it.
Yeah, that's from that era when the DJ was actually a lot of times known more than the artist, like DJ Jazzy Jeff in the Fresh Prince.
Yep.
And
exactly.
Rakim, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Rakim.
You had to have a DJ, you know what I'm saying?
I seen Tony A.
I seen
dope one.
DJ Jazzy Jeff in Detroit at a rave party on the east side back in the 90s. He was DJing. It was Biz Marquis, rest in peace. He was in there like.
Man,
I can't be father. Dark Ron in the black man.
Oh yeah, black man. That's my bro. Yep, them the homies.
Yeah, I seen you was working with the Alcoholics. You DJ for the Alcoholics just recently.
Well, no, it hasn't happened yet. Actually, I DJ for Tash before. I had a show with Ant Live out in Denver, and that's when I connected with Tash. And I DJ'd his show that first time. That was like maybe 5 years ago. And so what's getting ready to happen now? I'm supposed to go to Germany next month with Ant Live, Razzcast, Tash from the Alcoholics, Big Noid from Mobb Deep, and it's somebody else that's supposed to go. I think I can't think of who it is right now.
Right, yeah, I see the flyer for it.
Yeah. Shout out to Ant Live. He hooked that up. Ant Live, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Lokes, I'd love for you to go to Germany with us, man. I said, what? I'm already working heavily with Razzcast right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of production with Razzcast. I'm doing a lot of scratches on his albums that he getting ready to drop with the Gutter. With RJ Payne and Raekwon and all of those guys. So I'm features cutting on a lot of that stuff already. So me and Raz we like a team right now. So I'll be able to go over there with them and rock shows with him.
That's fire. That's dope as fuck. Yeah. Because Detroit always played a big part in hip hop all the time. I mean, it seemed like we got overlooked in the 80s a little bit, but we finally now it's cool to be from Detroit now. It's like it's the upper
yeah. I mean, we had impact. See, we like the 80s. A lot of us did have impact but they just don't. We didn't have social media. We didn't have YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do stuff like what we're doing right now. So a lot of that stuff, the history got forgotten. You know what I'm saying, or overlooked. But we had huge impacts. Like when I met DJ Quick, he knew who I was already. He said, Los, I used to play your record every day, man. I know your record. You know what I'm saying? He described the record label, what it looked like, the songs, you know what I'm saying? And Daz and Corrupt and Snoop and all of them, they already knew who we were. They were like, man, we had those records, man. We bought all of that stuff. Because we sold a lot of records in on the West Coast when we came out, when Easy B and DJ Los came out. We sold a whole lot of records on the West Coast. So I can see how it reached to those guys early on. You know, they even painted our picture, me and Easy B's picture on the side. I think it was Tower Records. You know what I'm saying? And they only do major artists like Michael Jackson and TOC and people like that. It's like a huge 10-foot tall or larger than that. You know what I'm saying? About 20 feet mural of the artist, whoever is hot out there. And they did that for us that when was it, 88 when our album came out.
Oh shit. That's love.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah.
Did you feel like back in the days the West Coast kind of generated more to Detroit than the East did? That we got more love out there?
I think maybe so, because a lot of the West Coast sound is really Midwest sound. You know what I'm saying? That's how, you know, like my dad and T Money Green, those guys actually got to work with Dr. Dre like that, because Dre was actually trying to emulate what Parliament was doing, Parliament Funkadelic. So that's a Midwest sound already. You know, more bounce to the ounce. All of that stuff was recorded here, you know. And so, like, Dre was claiming G-Funk, but it was P-Funk back in the day first. And so he just switched it. Yeah, he switched it around. And so everybody knows the origin, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, everybody musically does. But you know, the masses, they may not look at it like that, but we influenced the West Coast. You know, like I said, my dad created that hand clap that everybody sampled on the West Coast, and that's really the sound. That's what gave it the sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's on the Humpty Dance. It's on so many records, man. Yeah, the clap is on Breed. Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. It's, you know, it's on so many records, man. I hear that clap so many times, and I remember when my dad created it. You know what I'm saying? It's not human hand claps. It's 2 2x4s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's 2 2x4s with a door hinge on it and 2 drawer handles, and he slapped them together in front of a Neumann U87 microphone. Then he ran it through Mutron 3, which is an effect unit that Bootsy Collins used to play his guitar through. I know the whole science behind it because my dad told me all of it. And so that sound just keeps getting circulated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but
I only know like what that really came from, that epic. Yeah, because I know that clap. I mean, yeah, it's been used in a lot of like West Coast. I was gonna say, even just going back Detroit, even in the old school shit, you know, like E Shams used it. ICP used it too. Like everybody, West
Coast and East Coast. You can listen to SWV. I'm So Into You, and those hand claps are sampled on that. It's everywhere, man.
You can listen to ICP song Psychopathic and hear those claps on that.
That's right.
That's right. I mean, like that. Yeah.
And so my dad, when I talked to him, when I talked to him about it, he said, Los, I said, Dad, you don't get no royalties off of that, and that clap is sampled everywhere. He said, Los, we didn't think like that back then. We just were creating something, trying to be different. And he said, the reason why I made those claps was because I got tired of everybody. When I was doing the records with Parliament Funkadelic, it'd be so many people in the room, and they were trying to clap in sync with one another, and it would never be on time. And he said the girls would have bracelets on their arms, and you can hear that on the microphone. Right. So he said, I'm gonna do something because this is bothering me so much. I'm gonna make a hand clap, and that's what he did. And wow. So you know, he was an innovator.
Right. Yeah. Damn.
The infamous clap. That's how it came.
You heard
That's just like a Wu-Tang song, Bring the Ruckus. That
My wife is Southwest.
That's RZA beating on the back of a electrical outlet with a stick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all kind of little tricks to the trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody said in the comments, Cap, he said, can't they copyright that and put it in, like, sell it to Fruity Loops or something like that? Like the beat making programs, the claps.
Oh yeah. I've talked to my dad about a lot of this stuff. He actually got a sound kit out. I think I don't know what platform it's on, but he has a sound kit. But I don't know if he has that particular clap on there. But he's the only one that really knows how he did that. And you know, I've heard people, like, when I tell people the formula, they'll go back and try to emulate it, but it doesn't come out like how my dad did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
to me, that just sounds epic. Like he stumbled on that. That was like just like one night. He just.
No, I wouldn't say that. My dad is very precise with what he does. He knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly where he was going. Okay.
Yep, he knows.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, Detroit definitely influenced a lot of old school West Coast. Look at Snoop Dogg, one of his biggest hits had the dramatics on it and shit. Doggy Dog World, I mean, shit.
And my dad is the percussionist for the dramatics. That's how the dramatics got out there. My dad and T Money Green actually got them out there. More so T Money Green than probably my dad. But my dad is the percussionist for the dramatics, and to this day, you know, he still does shows with them. And T Money Green was the bass player. You know, I knew Uncle Ron Banks and all of that, but I used to go to the studio when they were recording.
Yeah,
so they were all like my
Showtime.
uncles.
His dad's one of the dramatics and shit. Showtime. He lives in Inkster, out in Inkster and shit. Shout out Showtime and shit.
Okay.
Shout out.
But
yeah.
No, yeah, Detroit definitely, because Brother King X has a theory of why, like, New York blew up like it did with hip hop, and why people, it seemed like back in the 80s and shit, like Detroit kind of was like left out a little bit, didn't blow up, kind of like how the South was and shit.
We didn't have the same outlets, man. New York and California, man, they're the export and import centers.
Right.
So they got all of the studios, all of the movie companies. You know, we had Motown.
Right.
And when Motown packed up and left, it was nothing. When hip hop came about, we couldn't shop to nobody here. That
was part of it too. Here's another thing. See, New York and California knew of the Motown movement, because if it wasn't for the Motown movement, it wouldn't have been no East Coast hip hop movement, and it wouldn't have been no West Coast hip hop movement. They knew if Motown would have stayed in Detroit, that Michigan would have dominated hip hop. They know that.
They know. You know how many.
So they had to create a circumstance to make Gordy want to move out to LA. Oh, you want to get into movies? Come out to California, move Motown out there. Not knowing that he could still do the movies in LA and still could have kept the Motown in Detroit.
But look at it now. Detroit, like fine wine, gets better with age. You know what I'm saying? Now,
how many
at the top of the hip hop game? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was cool to be from Detroit. When before it was like we was looked at as, oh, Detroit's fucked up, it's dark, it's gutter, it's gutter, it's this, it's that. You know what I'm saying? You go do a show.
We still get a bad rep, you know. I think that's just a stigma that's always been. They know the energy that comes from this place. You know what I'm saying? With, you know, they just only wanted us to be known for generating vehicles and cars. You know what I'm saying? But they know that it's some spiritual reason why people elevate from this place. You know, to this day, no other music catalog can compare to the Motown catalog. There's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's been able to outdo Motown. Their stuff still gets played. My dad, he's playing with the Four Tops now. He's their road manager and their percussionist. So they tour all year round. You know what I'm saying? Like 75 shows a year. I don't know no rap artists that do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know no R&B artists that do that, and I don't know no record labels that have surpassed what they've done. So, and there's been so many artists that come from New York and West Coast that we've taken to the Motown Museum, and they just break down in tears. I ain't gonna say no names, but there's been a few of them. And they be like, man, they shed tears, man, because they know that sound represented their parents and their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And it all came from here, Detroit.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to ask him, Blatonio? I know you was really excited, so you got some questions.
Yeah, no, I was just seeing like what he was about to say. It was like, yeah, but I think we got off topic. But I was just like, no, right on that. It's like I've always gravitated towards Detroit hip hop right there, and I've seen that being on the West Coast myself. I think we've always had that kind of just a common thing, like the funk has always been like definitely an element. And I think Detroit also, like to this day, has always kept that funk element, whereas like some of the other places have kind of lost some of the funk and stuff,
That's what Black C said when we had him out here. He was like, we're bringing the funk back to hip hop. Got to bring the funk back to hip hop. That's something that you don't hear in hip hop today.
Element, like bass lines. I'd love to hear that. I'm not talking 808 bass lines, but the bass line of the 808, but
yeah, I was a huge fan of Eric Sermon's production because he did that. You know what I'm saying? He incorporated the funk in their sound. You know what I'm saying? So that's my homie.
You know another a West Coast group that was good for that?
Who's that?
South Central Cartel.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They was definitely famous for that, like early on in the beginning stages of gangster rap.
Right.
Before when WA and them thought about adding the singing and shit to it, they already was doing it.
Los, I think you froze up again.
You might have, but I mean, that right there, it's like, I think that's something that West Coast and Detroit shares as well. It's like, that right there with the funk has always been a heavy thing as far as like, a funky ass bass line.
Right. It's something hip hop doesn't have anymore. I mean,
real talk, a lot of West Coast rappers are like sons of funk and R&B singers.
Yeah, DJ Los froze up on us, y'all.
Okay. He might be coming back because it looks like it's circling. So
it's circling, it's buffering or something shit. So I got us all equal size till we get Los back in. Might be a signal.
Because it's so like as far as like for beats, as beats also, with that funk and stuff is like Johnny J. Johnny J was pretty dope. Who did a lot of like Pox beats.
Like I bet you didn't know that my man from South Central Cartel,
that was my
Prodigy.
South Central Cartel.
Prodigy is his daddy is the lead singer of the Shylights, bro.
Right.
Oh, for real? Oh.
Shit, my boy Hood Smoker, Money Mall, VP of the Hood Smokers podcast. His mom is she still hangs with the Dramatics. It might be Los probably knows him. He might know Money Mall's mom. Shit, low key. Like I said, he's related to Rock from Rock Bottom. That's his uncle. So we used to always get tickets to the backstage. Get that building like the nails too long. Southwest CC in the building. We wait for DJ Los to come back in.
What it do?
What up, though, Cap C? I see you. Yeah, George Clinton. Yeah, that sound. Shit, even Biggie used the funk. I live for the funk.
Nate, don't be looking all professional sitting up there.
Nate over there probably Googling shit. You see, he got the professional setup going and shit.
I see you.
All right, we got DJ Los back in the building.
Yes, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's part of like I said, being live. That shit happens, and we get a lot of people that catch us on the replay too. That play these back, listening to on their way to work, shit like that.
Okay.
But so we want to know a little bit more about DJ Los. Like, when did you start like really getting like professional about it? Like, when did you you knew that was going to be your career path?
Well, I have to give credit to my dad for seeing me take an interest, man. I was playing around with, portable turntables, trying to learn how to scratch and stuff like that. Not no real professional equipment. Right. Just trying to emulate what I saw Jam Master Jay do. And he told me I'm going to go and invest in you and buy you some turntables. You know what I'm saying? He bought me my first turntable and a mixer and a PV amp, and he told me, let's see how serious you are with this. If you're serious enough, I'll get you the other 1,200. Because, you know, the 1,200 Technique 1,200 turntables, they're like $650, $700 a piece.
Right.
And so he was like, I'm going to spend this money to buy one of them and a mixer and an amp. And let's see what you do with it. And if you do, if I see you taking a real interest, then I'll get the other one. So he saw I was serious. And about maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, he didn't buy me the turntable. What he told me was he introduced me to this rapper named Easy B.
Okay.
Him and my uncle Gene David and my manager John Maxey, rest in peace. They told me we're gonna form a rap group, and between you and Easy B, and you guys are gonna put an album out. We had the idea to start a record label, and we're gonna invest this money in you guys, and we're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And so it was all a matter of maybe a 2 or 3 week period after my dad saw that I had an interest in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of that credit goes to my dad. He nurtured what he saw in me, and mainly because he was already in the music business. And he saw hip hop taking off. He's like, man, this thing is becoming lucrative. Everybody's making this money. He saw Eric B. and Rakim and all of these groups like that coming out, and LL Cool J, and Run DMC, because they were opening up for the group that he was in. He was with RJ's Latest Arrival from Detroit back then, and they were opening up for RJ's Latest Arrival. And so he said, hey, I want to jump in this thing. So I think I'm going to put a rap group together with my son involved, and we'll see what happens.
And it was history after that.
Yep.
So you remember your first big show? Do you still remember that? Like your first show?
My first big show was at a mall in Detroit here called Northland Mall.
Yeah. The world's oldest mall.
Yep, Northland Mall on the west side. Well, actually in Southfield, Michigan.
Yeah, 8
and
Mile
yeah, that was one. That was the biggest. That one, and then we did one at Belle Isle at the band shell. And Kid Rock was there. I remember Kid Rock before he had gotten his deal. I had just met him that week. And
was that when
he came
you rocking like the high top fade a little bit?
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah. He had just
he was still licking that coochie with the high top fade.
Yep. He had just come to our studio, and I don't know if you guys know or not, but Kid Rock he can actually DJ really good. You know what I'm saying?
I know. He used to DJ the little disco at the State Theater back in the day. I remember when I was little.
So I didn't know about him like that when I met him, and he came to the studio, and he was like, I was showing him that I could scratch, trying to show, kind of show off or whatever. And he asked me if I mind if he got on my turntables, and I was like, yeah, man, don't break my needles, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't let nobody touch my turntables. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he got on, and he could actually scratch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this white boy can get down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so me and Bobby, we became cool after that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that show that we did at Belle Isle, he came to it. And I tell everybody this story all the time. He came up to me. He's like, damn, Los, you guys are rocking shows, man. I just want to do what you guys are doing, man. I want to be on that level. And I told him, I said, Bobby, everybody get a turn, man. You going to get your turn. Don't just wait and see. And now he has surpassed a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's funny when I think about that. You know what I'm saying? He asks about me all the time, asks how I'm doing and stuff like that. He's got back to, through my partner, Prince Vince, from back in the day. That's like my big brother. Remember Prince Vince?
Yeah. In the hip hop force.
Yep, yeah. Gangsta Funk. Yeah. So, him and Bobby were really, really close. So he always tell me, yeah, Bob, he asked about you.
And that's funny, because when you mentioned Kid Rock, hip hop roots, he denied he denied that he was took pictures with D Nice. He denied he was cool with Too Short. He denied all that.
He can't do that. It's a part of his history.
But he do. but he tried to.
He tries, but it'll be somebody like myself or somebody that they'll be like, oh no, I remember. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he would even do that. You know what I'm saying? But we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kid Rock. That's my homie. Ain't no disrespect or none of that. But you know, we were there, and he knows that.
You can't take that out of his life. He part of hip hop history too and shit.
That's right. You know, yeah, we influenced him. He knows that.
Right. No doubt. Because I remember when he was yodeling in the valley and all that shit with the high
yodeling in the valley
and shit.
Kid Rock.
Ice Cube. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The person that can tell those stories about him and Eminem is Champtown. Champ was there with all of those guys, really tough. Him, I think the Black Band was a part of those early days too.
Yeah.
You know, they can tell those stories like that about those guys, you know.
Right. Shout out Champtown, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, I was gonna say, like, if you know, if you ever, you know, chop it up with him and stuff, if he'd be interested on here, we'd be honored to, you know, have him.
Oh yeah, Champ wouldn't have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you could, you know, like, let know, because like how you talk with us, you know, you see, like I said, it's nothing like we try to avoid the same boring questions. Be like, oh yeah, you know, like,
yeah.
You know, what makes
Champ got his own podcast as well. Right. I forgot the name of it. The Itis. That's what it's called, where they do the cooking on the show, and he interviews, like, he's had Morris Day on there and everybody. Oh yeah, Champ he's connected with Ice-T and all of them guys. Those are his real friends. Chuck D, you know what I'm saying? So he's had some really heavy hitters on his podcast. So I know he does that, but I don't see why he wouldn't have an issue, you know, being on your show as well.
Yeah, because we're trying to represent it, you know, like all the elements of hip hop and stuff. But so, like, you know, I've always stayed, even though I'm like out in the West Coast, you know, Arizona, I wanted to always like stick with the foundation, you know, the Detroit hip hop. I mean,
we gotta represent for Detroit always, but we've had legends from like all over, like from the West Coast. We had Just Ice from New York. You know what I'm saying? We got Gangsta Dip, and we had the New Life.
Just Ice, woo!
Yeah. Going way back.
Just Ice, T. The Rock, man. It was the days, man.
Yeah.
Mantronic. Oh man, you took me back.
He's still messing with Mantronic.
Yeah, it's Mantronic on the beat.
Man, I love with your man trying to be your number one selection. Fresh. It's the word.
Lonzo from World Class Record Crew, you know, before NWA. So yeah.
Yeah, we had Gangsta Nip on here.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
About that earlier.
Legends.
Big V from the Nappy Roots. Shout out to Big V. You know what I'm saying? We the
Black C from RBL posse.
Woo.
Yeah. But we always bring it back to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like awesome drag.
Well, speaking of, I was trying to get. Gonna kill me for this, bro. Like, I talked to Boss Man.
Boss Man. They don't know who Boss Man is.
Yeah, you go. Wait, Boss Man. like,
that's my bro.
Yeah, no, since I was messing with him, what Boss Man?
Yeah, shout out to that's the legendary Dice from Detroit.
Yeah,
his original rap name. If the one.
Oh shit. Those freezed up right before the.
Oh, that's Dice's spirit. He be like, nope, that ain't good.
Dice done sabotaged it.
I ain't Boss Man.
Let that happen. You gonna kill me already for just like talking. But
damn, Ghost, you froze up, dog. We can't hear you. We just see you.
Yeah.
Now let me. Last time I did this, he came back in. It's buffering now. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, it circles. Yeah.
But that's right before the story was told. The epic, we was just about to get some history right there, some Detroit hip hop history in that. Fucking fucked up, froze up right there, dog. I'm feeling bad that is doing this. But we got the infamous DJ Los in the building tonight. He was like not the original mixtape DJ, but definitely original. He comes from a musical family, which we can touch on more too. We got a lot more to talk about. What up, though? Willie Hayes in the building. What up, though, family? Shout out to, we were just talking about the West Coast. Shout out to the West Coast. We got the West Coast in the building. But we got DJ Los is buffering right now. Shit, we can jump to a track real fast while we waiting for the hop back in. Let me see which one I'm gonna jump on. We'll play this one by Kid Vishis again. That's fire. Shout out
Thank
Kid
you, bro.
Vishis. Yeah, that was some fire, dog. Yeah, that's the homie Vishis. Shout out Kid Vishis, dog. You killed that shit too. You produced.
Thank
that
you,
whole
bro.
track. Yeah, no doubt. That was all.
Yeah, Kid Vishis. That's Royce the 5'9's younger brother.
Right. Yeah. Shout out Heaven Studios and shit. Fucking shout out Royce. That's the homie too and shit. Yeah. I like what they do. How they got that.
Our record label, which was Raw Dog Records, it was a subsidiary of World One Records. We had two labels, and my dad and my uncles decided they were going to create a whole label for him because he said he was going to change his name from Boss Band to Dice, and he was going to be talking really raunchy like Dice, Andrew Dice Clay. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he got inspired to use the name Dice, because Andrew Dice Clay, he had a real raw delivery with his jokes and stuff.
Right.
And so my dad, they decided, they like, well, we don't want the profanity on the World One Records label with Chaos and Maestro and Easy B and DJ Low. So we'll create another label called Raw Dog Records. And you can cuss and you can do whatever you want on that label. We're going to try this out and see how this goes for us. So he came out with the 40 Made Me Do It. And it's a legendary album. You know what I'm saying?
Daddy
I mean, Past the 40 Ounce is a legendary collab track.
Yep.
Past the old gold. Yeah, past the
old gold. Yep. Yeah. Then that, like I said, after that success of that, Dice wanted to try some other things. So my dad gave him a release so that he could go and work with Esham, you know. And so that led him to do the great things that he did on Esham's label, you know. So shout out to my boy Dice, man. But you know, he knows, me and him talk about it. Like, if I didn't take no interest, I ain't take no interest in you. Who knows? You might not have ever been Dice. You know, we laugh about it. he like, you right, Los. I forgot all about that, man.
Yeah, like he called a little bit ago, like I was telling you and stuff. Yeah, he wanted me to say what's up. He got a game he's going to and stuff. He wanted to definitely, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll talk probably tomorrow or something. That's my home.
Yeah. I'm surprised he ain't calling the phone and shit like right now.
He was happy coming on. Yeah.
Yeah. He was. He called while we had Jack Frost on here. Jack Frost hit him.
My other homie. Yep. All my brothers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That we always bring it back to Detroit because the legends need to be recognized. Because some places they don't believe Detroit really in the '80s was coming up like that, like doing it.
Yeah, they forget. They think it started with, you know, Jay Dilla and Slum Village and Eminem.
Right.
And it didn't start there. You know, them all my homies too. I DJ for Slum Village.
Right.
Yeah.
Slum Village.
I DJ for Royce the 5'9". Them all my homies. Yeah. I don't have no beef with nobody. I love them all. But the history is the history, and it was an era before that. And yeah, they did phenomenal things. You know, greater things than probably the predecessors like us did.
Right.
But we laid the foundation. And so you can't, you know, they don't do that with people in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like they still acknowledge DJ Red Alert and, you know, all of those early people like Run DMC and all of those people and the Treacherous Three. You know, they go way back with their history. They acknowledge everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we tend to lack here. We don't do the homework. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what's going on now. And then, you know, people will claim, well, Detroit wasn't doing nothing until we did it. Right. And, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely not true at all.
Oh, man. I mean,
you can't say that about Motown.
A list of albums that came out of Detroit is really endless, man. I mean, you had AK with a Step Up Thickness single, you know what I'm saying? You had K-Stone when he came out, when he dropped that single.
79311. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had West Chill, you know what I'm saying? The Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? All here till we had Snake Plissken, we had the Big Dog.
It's tons of them. And tons of them. And a lot of people get forgotten. they have major label deals. You know what I'm saying? Like Boss, female Boss had she was on Def Jam with Russell Simmons. Awesome Dre was signed to Priority.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So Mercury. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have major deals. So
the East Town was with Warlock.
There you go. So how was Detroit not doing anything? It's just that we didn't have the resources that everybody has now. Had we had YouTube and social media and all of that, we'd be bigger than what we did too. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a major record label. We had our own record label, and we sold 17,000 units, which was a lot of records back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A unit is 25 copies. So if you multiply 17,000 times 25, we sold all those records around the world. To this day, you can go and research that stuff. They sell our records for $100 in Japan. You know, $40. You can go on eBay. They selling it for $40 and stuff like that. So it's history. So you can't say it. We weren't doing nothing at all. We just didn't do. We didn't have the same avenues to be big like a lot of the new artists. That's all. Everything evolves.
And I was gonna say, as a okay, West Coasters, like here, like from outside, like Gutta could tell you, Nate can tell you, I've always been, an ear close to it, like of Detroit. But if people didn't do their research and stuff, like some people were presenting, like we always thought that Breed was like a West Coast MC and stuff. But if they didn't do their homework and research, they would have thought he was just. Oh yeah, he from LA, California or something. But he wasn't. He was straight up Detroit.
He's West Coast. That's Flint, Michigan.
Yeah. I think it was presented. Like some people they're convinced. Oh yeah,
because of the sound. That's what it was. It's that more bounce that he rapped over was a Midwest sound, and so the West Coast adopted that sound like it was theirs, but they got it from us. You see what I'm saying? It was created here. My dad, they recorded that here in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So, like my dad tells me the story when Roger Troutman. A lot of people don't know that's how Roger Troutman got on California Love. My dad is the one who got him on California Love for Tupac's record. You know what I'm saying? And it was a Dr. Dre's record at first. It was Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, and they took Ice Cube off of it. You know what I'm saying? And Dre was talking about putting another talk box like he did Snoop Dogg's What's My Name, and my dad was like, Dre, don't do that. That's whack. And he was like, why, you don't like that? He said, that's not a real talk box, man. He said if you're gonna use a talk box, you need Roger Troutman from Zap. And Dre said, I don't know him. And my dad called him up. He said, that's no problem. I'll call him. He called him up. Roger came out there and did California Love, and it's a big record.
Detroit the plug.
Yep.
Detroit always been the plug. Right?
Yep.
Just ain't getting.
I mean, they don't call this the Mecca for nothing.
Right. No. Everybody, they know. The Roots know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dre knows. Dr. Dre knows.
Right.
It's a lot of people who got influenced by a lot of music here, and that's why they come here and take from here. They take the musicians. They take ideas like Run DMC when they came back out with Down with the King that Pete Rock produced. When they came out with the silhouette of the three of them with the hats on and all of that, and they got that from who was that? That was my boy DJ Razorblade in them. The HNIC.
Yeah, I remember DJ Razorblade.
Yeah, they were running tough with Jam Master Jay, and Jam Master Jay got influenced. That's why they shaved their heads bald. That's not a New York thing. That's Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were rocking high top fades and all of that. Right. And when they were rocking with the HNIC, Jam Master Jay was known. He like, man, I like what y'all doing. So he shaved his head. So then that's when Run DMC started shaving their heads. You know what I'm saying? And they took that whole persona from Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that we influence. Puffy and them. Puffy with the fur coats. We have fur coats on our album cover, Untouchable.
Yeah.
We did that first. We did that before Puffy came out with the white ones. We had the black ones on.
Right.
That was YBI. Yeah, Mafia, Rap Mafia. All that's Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all did it. You know what I'm saying? But we were the first on the album that did it. And Masi will tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Masi will say, Los, I want to reduplicate that album cover that you did. You know, because y'all had the fur coats on and y'all had the Pathfinder trucks. and the Renaissance behind you. He said, I want to put my sons out and I want to reduplicate that one day. And I said, that's what's up. He said, that's an iconic album cover. And that shout out to my dad and my two uncles. They the ones who put that together and said, we want to dress y'all like Butch Jones and YBI. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna wear the mink coats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we see Puffy do it later on. We like, that's not new. Yeah. We've been did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know what? If people
I was about to think of going heads go back to that. It's like I think of Onyx too. So I'm like, man,
Onyx, yep.
Yeah.
And people pay attention to BMF or watch BMF and look at the time period that BMF is based in, and they will see all the big ballers and dope dealers, empires, and me.
Yep.
Trendsetters.
That's one of my beefs with the BMF series too, because the music doesn't really represent the time period.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I'll be mad about that. I get it. You know, I think Michelle Ndegeocello is the music director for the you know, the music, but they should involve some other people, man. It's not really the music scene here is not being represented. Now they did try to emulate a Slum Village track at one time. I did hear that. I said, oh, at least they did that. You know what I'm saying? It's not Slum Village's music, but you could tell they tried to make a beat that sounds just like something Jay Dilla did. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I heard that.
Right, because they could have incorporated some Detroit Most Wanted in BMF series. Real easy.
They should have did that, man. They didn't do their homework.
That would have fit perfectly.
Yeah, 50
with that.
Yep, 50 dropped the ball with that. You know what I'm saying?
All that fit in good with the BMF series.
Yep, and then they did it with another time too. They did have Cybertron in there. They did play Technicolor. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So that was cool. Technicolor, and I think it was something else. It was another techno song they played or something. But it was something of Warren Atkins. But I was grateful for that. But the rest of the stuff, I was like, man, they dropping the ball. What is all this music they play? These rappers, I don't even know who these rappers are in the background. I'm like, what is this stuff, man? You know? Yeah, they dropped the ball.
50 got a series coming out, 8 Mile. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Working on that.
And you know what? And a lot of those cats sound like they trying to emulate the sound of that time. You can tell they rappers of this generation trying to emulate that style. Because I was listening to one song, it was on some gangster shit, but it was like Ryan DMC flow pattern. But still, you talking about you trapping. Hold on, they don't represent that time.
No.
Trapping was a word back then. Back then, you was rolling.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, man, with the series. I hadn't watched this season, but you know, I didn't like the scene where they was talking about. He told my man he took his chain and he said check it. I said that ain't what we used to say. We used to say check it in.
Right, check it in, run it.
You know, I was like, he missed a word. How could they mess that up? Check it in was. What was being? I know that because I done got checked in before. You know what I'm saying? Check it in. You know what I'm saying? So they dropped the ball there too. But you know, I know they can't do everything accurately, but it's just certain things that I see. I feel like they were key and they messed up on. You know.
Right. It seemed like 50 loved Detroit more than he loved his own hood to me. Like,
he do. Yeah. He do. A lot of them do. Right. A lot of them do.
Yeah. Like we had when we had the lynch mob on, we had both of us said it 3. They came to Detroit with Monte Cristo, and they were like, we don't want to go downtown. We don't want to do that. We want to go to the hood. They went to Baltimore, Southwest,
and JD dead from Detroit.
Yeah, they was like, we want to see where we from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell you something else that y'all don't know about, or you might know. Biggie got influenced heavily from Detroit with the Coogee sweaters and all of that. That credit go to AWOL.
Right.
AWOL and them, they was rocking the Coogees, and they was supposed to get signed with Puffy or something. They were rocking heavy with Puffy and Bad Boy at one point where he had an interest in them or something. And they saw how AWOL was dressing, because the AWOL was touring around the country. They was opening up for Rakim and all kind of stuff, and they was rocking the Coogee sweaters, and they was gaitered up. They was rocking the Gators. That's why Biggie said that. See, pink Gators, my Detroit players. He got that from watching AWOL and them dressed the way they was. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, that's what y'all rocking there? Okay, I'm gonna mention that in the song." You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know that history and why he said that. You know.
All they got to do is get the AWOL Detroit for Life cover, and you will see them on the cover with Coogee on.
There it is. There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's facts. Is
Yeah.
there a DJ Los movie? You ever thought, is that in the making? Or have you ever thought?
You said a DJ Los movie?
Yeah, a movie about. It seems like you should have a movie based on your life, though. I mean, everybody seemed to be doing the.
That's flattering. I never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I don't think I'm that important. I don't think I'm that important, but I definitely can contribute to a movie. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people, and yeah, I do have a history. You know what I'm saying? Some people have told me I should write a book, but I just sometimes I don't feel like I'm that important and instrumental to the scene here like that. I'm just I'm a part of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I would really rather it be a collective thing if I was able to be a part of a movie that showed everybody instead of the limelight just being put on me, because I'm a product of everybody. You know what I'm saying? From here, I got influenced by all those names we just mentioned. You know, including my dad, of course. You know what I'm saying? He's the first influencer. But all of those people, man, they're a part of me. Shout out to the 12 Tech Mob too. 12 Tech Mob, I'm a part of that crew too. That's the legendary turntable crew from here that put out mixtape. Yeah, so I'm a part of them, and those guys deserve a lot of credit for the mixtape scene here. You know what I'm saying? DJ Daddy Riff, DJ Dez, DJ Lynn Swan, DJ Don Q. You know what I'm saying? Shotgun. How could I miss my boy DJ Shotgun? So all of us are part of a turntable crew, and those guys were battle DJs. You know, the majority of them were battle DJs, and they was taking cats out in the DMCs and all of that stuff. So, you know, I feel like the movie, if I was an instrumental part in it, it would have to encompass all of these aspects of myself, and I'm a part of all of these people.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a movie just on DJing in Detroit, like a movie about DJs in Detroit. I mean, like if Kid Rock, he was a DJ. I mean, he started Tudo, he was a DJ in Southwest doing parties and shit. So I mean, there's a lot of artists that started as DJs. Like we said, like back then it was the DJ got a bigger name than the artist a lot of times. Like
Rakim before, you know, it was like Eric B's name more than they did Rakim, because it was like, okay, that's a different name. But
Rakim did all of those scratches on that album, from what I hear. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I've done shows with Rakim, and I've seen him scratch and DJ. And the story is that he's the one that really did a lot of the cuts and stuff on the album. He just didn't want the credit. So
damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's deep like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure Eric B did some things, but I don't see Eric being like proactive with still being a DJ. You know, I've seen the shows and stuff. I'll be like, why ain't he scratching?
He's gonna say no. Solo album.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, shout out to Rakim. Rakim got 20 of my beats, and he sent me a text message saying that he's going to use a couple of them, and I'm really hoping that happens, man. If I get one track on Rakim, man, I made it.
Talk about he don't deserve a movie. And he talk about Rakim about to rip one of your beats and shit.
Come on, man. And shout out to Pete Rock, because there's a movie being created. Shout out to Derek Kearney, ex-basketball star. Derek Kearney, he linked me with Pete Rock, and he's going to put something like a movie together, and Rakim is going to sign off on one of the characters in there, and he's going to be on the soundtrack. But Derek told me that me and Pete Rock are going to be the executive producers for the music on that project. So I'm like, I'm hoping that all of that happens, man.
Well, congratulations. Oh, yeah.
It's in the fruition, like our way so we can like also promote it. You know, that's what I was gonna say. We can like throw it in everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure.
We'll definitely.
For sure. I appreciate you.
No doubt. So what you got going on now? You got any shows, anything? What are you doing now? What's DJ Lowe's doing now and shit?
Like I said, I got a lot of stuff coming out with Razcast. A lot of you'll see a lot of these projects that he has. There's a project with Chuck D. There's a project with RJ Payne and Raekwon and a few people. They call it the Gutter. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess they're gonna be like the new Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot who all is a part of it, but it's like some heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? But Raz got a lot of stuff going on. And then I have a solo project that I've been putting together for like the last 2 years called The Milestone. You know, I'm like an OG in this thing. I'll be 51 in a few weeks. So I'm like all of my partners, like the Almighty Dreadnoughts, Alias Pinocchio and Slaughter, Razcast is gonna be on it, Marv One, Miss Corona, Najiri Earth, Boog Brown, man, Elzai from Slum Village. Man, it's a gang of people. Stretch Money. Yeah, I'm trying to get Big Hurt.
Oh yeah, that's the whole.
It's a gang of people. They all my friends, and you know I told them I want to come together and do this project.
Remember when he was MC Hurt?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, that's back in the Chaos and Maestro days, right before that. Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Big Hurt, Young Hurt, Lil Hurt.
Big Hurt. Oh yeah. Yep, the whole family. That's right.
Would you say that Jam Master Jay is still like one of your top favorite DJs, or do you have like maybe a top 5? Or,
He's gonna always be there, man. Because that's who I wanted to be Jam Master Jay, man. He was my first hip hop influence as a DJ. When I saw him in the movie Crush Groove, and you know what I'm saying, that he run. You know, that was exciting for me. As elementary as it is to do that now, I can do that with ease. You know what I'm saying? But that was like one of the first scratch patterns that I tried to emulate. I'm like, man, I want to be like him. I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So Jam Master Jay gonna always be there, man. You know what I'm saying? Eternal completion to the masters, Jam Master Jay.
Hey, you know who else can scratch too? Who bad on the turntables?
Who's that?
Ice motherfucking T.
Oh, Ice T?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that now, because the song The Glove, you know what I'm saying, is about Chris the Glove that worked with Deathrow Records. Right. And that's who that song is about. When the gloves on the wheels of steel, he's reckless. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know Ice-T could really DJ. I think I did see a documentary saying that he did back in the day. But I know
that's how he started off.
Okay, but I know Glove, he always gave Glove the props like that. He made that whole song about him. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the Home Invasion album?
Mm-hmm.
He had a song on there called Pimp Behind the Wheels.
And it was him. Oh, it's self-explanatory. Okay. Pimp Behind the Wheels. All right.
And Evil's rapping.
Yep. Okay. Oh, they flipped it around. That's dope. That's dope.
Ice-T was tearing it up. E cut the records in the yellow, niggas get loose. E cut the records in the yellow.
I remember that. Yeah, he flipped it. Yup, that's dope.
MC on one of your records?
Huh?
Have you ever MC rapped on one of your records? A lot of
Yeah,
times.
definitely.
All the time.
I rapped on a song called "Hit Me" on my first album, and also the title song called "Untouchable." Okay. And how it happened was we were supposed to finish the album up, and me and Easy B, we had a discrepancy. He was like, I said, man, come on, man, we got to get this going, man. So we put this record together. You know, my dad, he put the pressure on us to get it finished. And he told me, well, you got the easy job. All you do is scratch. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to come up with these lyrics. So I told him, I said, man, I can rap too. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote some of his lyrics on the album as well as mine. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, you know, it was experimental for me. And, you know, you go back and listen to that stuff. It's trivial. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at it. I was 14, 15 years old. But you know, you can hear the early Rakim. You can hear the early Rakim influence. I was trying to sound like Rakim. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can rap. Huh?
Can you find it on YouTube? That's on.
Yeah, it's definitely on YouTube. Yep. I gotta upload the actual album to iTunes and Tidal again. It was on there, and then when my manager passed, I think he didn't keep up the account or something, and because I can't find it anymore, so I have to take on that burden of putting it back up. But it's definitely on YouTube. You can find it. Just punch in Easy B and DJ Los Hit Me. It's a video. You can see me. You can see me rapping and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I'd love to check it out. Yeah, for real. You know,
So
like
how
real
was
talk.
DJ in that Harpo show that wasn't too long ago with Eshawn?
Oh, with Eshawn. Yeah. Yep.
How was
And
that?
Valid.
I know that had to
Oh man, that was legendary, man. You know what I'm saying? I never rocked a show with Eshawn before. And Eshawn he always acknowledged me because his records and my record came out around the same period of time. To the point where I even feel funny saying we had the first rap album. I'm like, did Eshawn beat us? You know what I'm saying? Because Eshawn had music out too. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, I go with the flow of everybody telling me, Los, it was y'all album. So I just be like, okay. But I remember Eshawn there too. You know what I'm saying? So Sean, that was legendary. I rock with Awesome Dre. Shout out to Awesome Dre. I'm his DJ.
Oh,
so
man.
every major show he does, I'm his DJ. So that's a given. I always have fun with him, you know.
Yeah.
Who else was on there? Stretch Money, Merciless Affair, Stretch Money.
Oh yeah, Mercy, yep. Them all the homies, man. I did DJ for all of those guys, man. It was all my friends, man. You know,
And a lot of people
every one of them.
A lot of people that didn't perform, like Jack Frost, Dice, them guys.
Y'all showed. Yeah, they showed up.
That's dope. I love seeing that, how that show came together like that. It was dope and
Yeah,
shit.
it could have turned the heat on in there. It was. They sure didn't turn the heat on. I was freezing up there.
Don't never turn on the heat.
Oh man, hey man, that's a legendary venue, but I ain't doing no shows in the winter no more over there.
In December.
Oh, it's that bad, bro.
Oh my gosh, man.
We did the Dead of Winter tour there with Esham, and they had no heat, and it was the coldest
Oh
night in
man,
Detroit, dog.
but you know it's a rock venue, so I guess they used to doing it a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know they usually have the rock concerts or what have you, and they don't turn the heat on.
I guess so. All that mosh pit and all that.
Yeah, that wasn't comfortable. I had fun. I ignored how cold I was, you know what I'm saying? Just being in awe of being on stage with Esham, Awesome Dre, Stretch Money, Valid, you know what I'm saying? Them guys, you know, they made it fun. Jack Frost, you know, but it was cold in there, man.
Yeah. But y'all turned the heat up in that bitch and shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, shit, you got anything else you want to ask, Blatonio?
Well, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ask, like as a personal, you know, just like fan of hip hop in general, like your opinion, you know, because he's like my favorite DJs. Like, from what you think from UTFO, Mixmaster?
Ooh, Mixmaster.
Have you ever? Yeah,
of course. All these guys are my influences, man. I could go down the list. DJ Man, all of these guys. This is how I learned, by studying others. You know what I'm saying? I heard that stuff first, and I'm like, man, how are they doing that? Then I was able to see some things visually, like I said, with Jam Master Jay in that movie. I'm like, man, that's what he's doing. I want to do that. So Mixmaster Ice, man, that guy hit those patterns.
Oh yeah, just
yeah. You know, I know all of their patterns, man, because I wanted to be them. DJ Scratch from EPMD. I've learned his patterns. Cash Money. All the ugly people be quiet. Turntables. The turntables. The turntables. I emulated all of those scratch patterns because that's what I wanted to do, man. And those guys, Joe Cooley, you know, Rodney Yo. All of that, all of those DJs influenced me.
I tell you who another bad man on the turntables.
Who's that?
Black C from RBL Posse.
RBL Posse, yeah. Yep, he was dope. DJ Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? Remember DJ? You know what I'm saying? It's so many, man. And sometimes I forget to mention certain people's names when I'm, asked who my influences were. But as time go on, I'll be like, oh, I remember another guy. This guy influenced me, and this guy was dope. You know what I'm saying? Ready Red.
Ready Red coming in.
Yep. Grandmaster D.
Tough Tone. DJ Too Tough.
Yeah. DJ Too Tough.
Yep. It's a gang of them, man.
So being a DJ.
Grandmaster D. Oh yeah, Grandmaster D from
Terminator X. Can't forget about Terminator.
Terminator X. That's Norm. That's my bro. But I learned that he did not do the scratches on Public Enemy's albums.
Oh no shit.
DJ Steve. What's his name? Oh man, I think it's something Steve. You got to do the research because I forgot his name. But Terminator X, but it was supposedly didn't do the scratches on the Public Enemy project. Okay. And it's out there now. It's out there. They everybody says it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So being a DJ, people probably slip your music ear to the streets. Any young MCs out of Detroit that you like?
Say that again.
Any younger MCs, up and coming MCs out of Detroit, artists that you're listening to?
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Axel. Axel is a product of my sister Redbone from the Raw collection and Killer Gams from the Cardi Boys. That's their son. You know what I'm saying? They have a son, and Axel is incredible. He's an incredible MC. He coming up. My young homie Razzie. He's dope. Of course, I've always been a fan of Stretch Money. You know what I'm saying? Stretch he's like in the middle. He's not so young, and he's not old either. You know what I'm saying? But Stretch is always gonna be a favorite of mine underneath our era. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them. Not a whole lot. I don't want to get it twisted. It ain't a whole lot that I like that. But certain people stand out to me, and that's just a few of them.
I know Babyface Ray. He was like
Babyface Ray. He getting his shine, man. They getting their shine. Yep.
No, it's dope. Like Vezo brought Gilly and them to Detroit and shit. Vezo had Gilly and Wallow.
Vezo,
and shit. Yeah. So that's dope. I mean that's what the good thing. 50 doing that shit with like BMF, even if he ain't getting it all the way right, at least it's bringing eyes to the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think even Big Sean got kind of good, good light, for Detroit as far as it's pop. As far as getting the pop thing. I think like Big Sean, he got bars.
Yeah. Another guy. When you just said Sean, it brought me back to my little brother Dusty McFly. I'm hoping Dusty. I talked to him. I'm trying to get him on my project as well. I sent him a track recently. So Dusty has always been somebody that I really admired. Because I was working with him before he had his single. I'm out here. Before he put that out, I was taking Dusty to the studio, and we have songs that I've never released and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Dusty McFly, so, and I feel like he still got it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see him do something else.
Hell yeah. Yeah, speaking of Stretch Money, I was telling Blatonio because he wasn't too familiar with him. I was telling him he got a track. He dropped a track that they play. It's like an anthem in Detroit. That
it takes money.
Yeah, I was like, that'll never die. That'll always get played, like always.
Yep.
Like, that's a classic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Man, if y'all pay attention to the lyrics in that song is so Esham influenced.
Oh yeah, he loved Esham too.
Yeah.
He loved Esham. That's the east side. You know what I'm saying? They that's they hood, the same territory in the hood over there off 75 over there. They linked up.
Yeah, all Osborne and shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, shit, we don't want to hold you up all night, DJ Los. We appreciate you coming on. Unless Blatonio, Brother King X, you guys got any more questions? Because we've been going for over 2 hours now. I mean, I don't want to hold your whole night up and shit. I know you got a lot.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I just got to say real talk. In my eyes, World One Records was a major label to me, in my eyes, bro. Like, for real talk. Like, literally coming up in hip hop, it was my dream to sign with World One.
You know how many times I've heard that, man. We love you back for that. You know,
for the simple fact that it was a Detroit brand.
Yep.
Yeah, and as far as you are a legend in Detroit, dog. Whether you're humble about it and shit, dog. I mean, you also
I love you back, man.
Shit, dog. Like,
I love you back. You know what I'm saying? As far as World War Records, man, that was my dad's dream. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to create a new Motown. That's what he was achieving to do. And it never reached the full fruition of what he was trying to do. Because what his initial program was, he wanted to start off with the rappers. You know what I'm saying? He wanted us to come out with the rap records, and then he was going to branch off into like jazz, R&B, and Rasta Jamaican field music. That's why it's called World One. He felt like he wanted it to be very diversified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted all genres of music on it. It wasn't just going to be a rap label. Yeah. And that's why he didn't want
all black music in general.
Yeah, he wanted it to be like Motown. You know what I'm saying? It was the same concept. But he said, I'm gonna start off with the rappers because I feel like the rappers will generate the revenue very fast, so I could do the other things that I want to do. Because they were making money fast. He saw how fast it was going. So he's like, I'm gonna tap in that way and then hit him with all of the different genres of music. And but it took a left turn when he got that call from Dr. Dre to come out there and work with him. I mean, it was a bunch of factors. You know, my partner, like I said, Easy B he got incarcerated. That was part of it why he decided to go out to California and work with Dre. It was a lot of different things going on. So that caused the demise of the label. And we still family. Everybody's still family. You know what I'm saying? We all still talk to each other and stuff. But we just not a unit. You know what I'm saying? Our manager passed away, John Maxey. He was the manager for everybody. Dice, Chaos and Maestro, Easy B and DJ Los, Ebony and her business. You know what I'm saying?
I remember riding past y'all building.
Yep. We had two buildings. We had the one on the corner and the one right next to it. You know what I'm saying? We had the recording studio on the corner, and then World One Records was the warehouse right next door to it. But we also had music recording facility in there as well. So yeah, we had our little run, man. We had fun, man. It was fun.
So I gotta ask you, since Dr. Dre fucked with Detroit so tough, the legendary story about him getting his mixtape slipped to him, I mean, did y'all have something to do with that?
We didn't have anything to do with that. And like the thing that I knew about, my dad was already out there working with Dre.
Right.
And I ran into Eminem and Mark Kemp and a few other people. I can't remember who all was in that car. But Mark Kemp came and told me while we were downtown, and he said, "Man, Eminem just got signed." I already knew him from the hip hop shop. Yeah. I was a big fan of him at the hip hop shop. I used to go to watch him destroy everybody at the hip hop shop every week.
Yeah.
So when they pulled up on me and said, "Man, M just got signed and he's in the back seat right there," I said, "Oh, what up, Marshall?" You know what I'm saying? "What up, M?" And he nodded. He's like, "What's up? What's up?" And he said, "We got signed with Dr. Dre." I said, "Oh, that's dope, man. You know, my dad is out there on the West Coast working with all them guys too." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the closest that, incident of my dad, being close to Eminem's, preceding success or what have you. Right. And but he's never played on a Eminem record or none of that. He played with Dr. Dre and everybody else. But I think around that time, I gotta get the chronological order of things happening because I think that's when Dre split from Suge right around that same time. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad ended up leaving Dr. Dre. No, he went with Dr. Dre when he did the Aftermath album. And then when that didn't do so well, Dre.
Damn. Oops, he froze up again, fam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, let me do this. It worked last time.
When it's a good history lesson right there too.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, that's why I had to ask, dog, because I mean his dad was working with Drake before him was. I mean shit.
Yeah, which I mentioned, like like I knew his pops, like being heavy influence in the hip hop game. So it's like,
He's a legend. He's humble about it, but he's a Detroit legend, dog. He's a motherfucker.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's that's cool.
Yeah.
But he's humble about it. But he is a Detroit legend. But we can't have you see you yet. Los is just is buffering.
He might be. Yeah, it's probably buffering right now.
Yeah. Well, shit, because we are getting close to that time. That's why I wanted to get our last few questions in. Let me see what else we got over here. We can play a little bit of the history lesson until DJ Los
travel the whole world as now.
Mute my mic, y'all. Check this out till DJ Los
Dr. Dre's only sole percussionist with him that did all his records. So on this actual record, I'm on about 5 different tracks that interweave with each other, because I create parts, I read parts, I work with all arrangers. So when Daz asked me to do this song for him, this was my very first song I did for Daz when I came to California in 1993 for the Bubble Rim soundtrack. And I pulled my Jaguar into the parking lot. I drove him from Detroit to the West Coast. Dre had called me on the phone. He said, man, what would it take to get you out here to Deathrow to work on my projects? I said, we can talk about it because I had my own record label then. I had World One Records. Working with my Detroit youth. World One. So he said, well, here's the number to my accountant. Call her. She'll get you a plane ticket. I said, I'm not catching a plane. He almost had a heart attack. He said, what do you mean you ain't getting a plane? I said, I'm going to drive. He said, how long is that going to take? He thought it was going to be 2 weeks. I said, great. I'll be there in 2 days. What studio we working in? He said, Larrabee West, which is off Santa Monica Boulevard, San Vicente, in West Hollywood. So when I pulled in the parking lot, I pulled all my instruments out the car. I was loading in. And as I went in the door, I saw Babyface. And he saw me, he said, Butch, you here in Cali? Because he got his name at my release party. What? Bootsy named Babyface. Wait a minute. I had a group with Maceo Parker and Razor Sharp called Sweatband, and Bootsy produced it, and we had our release party in Cincinnati.
So I was just playing the Detroit history. We got DJ Lowe's back. No, I was just saying, we was talking about Dr. Dre. Let's not get off subject. This shit. Do you remember where we left off? I believe.
I don't. I forgot. I know we talk about the history, of course.
Your dad had left Deathrow because
after the aftermath.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could remember the chronological order of how Eminem, what time frame that was when Eminem got signed and when my dad ended up leaving Death Row to go work with Dre. And then, like I said, that Dr. Dre thing, Dre had kind of cut everybody's salary off. And that's when my dad ended up going back to work with Suge. And they did that Chronic 2000 album, back then. So, yeah, but to this day, everybody's cool with each other. My dad talked to Suge on the phone, even though he's incarcerated and stuff. He talked to him just recently. He's actually getting ready to do some work for Suge. Suge is gonna put out I don't want to reveal what he's doing, but my dad is definitely gonna be helping him with the music aspect of what he's doing. My dad is still cool with Dre to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Dre knows what he got to do to get my dad to play percussion again. You know what I'm saying? On some things, they send messages back to each other. They tell Tell Butch I said what's up. My dad said tell Dre I said what's up. You know, that type of thing. So yeah, everybody's good.
That's what's up.
That's dope. You probably got a relationship with Dre, the people you work with. I mean,
the
DJ for Awesome Dre. I mean, are you doing like if there's any promoters watching, are you doing shows like booking shows or anything like that?
I you know, if somebody want to hire me, you know what I'm saying. I'll do all of that. I do a lot of the open mic situations here. You know what I'm saying. Place called Old Miami. You know, the Marble Bar. We just did Dilla World. Shout out to my boy Ali Thrower, Ali the Unifier, and my boy Killer Gans from the Cardi Boys. They put that together for my Dukes. We used to have Dilla Day and Dilla what is it? Dilla Day and Dilla Youth Day. Okay. And I don't think the finances were there to do those things this year. So we did Dilla World. And just had you know, we did a lot of stuff. We did the Dilla Bowl for the children, where they were able to bowl for free and in honor of Jay Dilla. And then the performances were at the Marble Bar for Dilla World with Fat Cat and Elzai.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh yeah, it was live, man. You know, Stretch Money and Valid, they performed. My Detroit Players, which is we were Royce the 5'9's band, which we are when he calls for us to do so again. But we're also the band for Kid Vishis. And yeah. So yeah, that was a good thing, man. Then we had Dance for Dilla, where DJ Dez and Nick Speed, they were able to spin all of Jay Dilla's music, unheard and unreleased music, and it was hosted by Boog Brown, phenomenal MC, female MC from Detroit. Yeah, we celebrate Dilla real tough every year.
Most definitely, yeah. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla, the great.
That's right.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Big Proof too. I'm sure
Big Proof and Batin. I just did a tribute to Batin. You know, the other day, his birthday was the other day, and I just thought, I said, man, we always celebrate Dilla and Proof. We got Dilla Day, we got Proof Day, and I said, how do we forget Batin? Batin was phenomenal. He was a phenomenal MC, man, and he was a part of Slum Village. And you know, in later times, I found out that he was also, you know, Hebrew Israelite, which is my faith. So I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I was wondering why he was rapping in Hebrew and doing things, you know, on those Slum Village records and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I felt an obligation to do my brother a service, you know what I'm saying, my Israelite brother. And he always acknowledged me when he saw me, you know, him, Proof, Hush, you know, those guys always, when they saw me, they always acknowledged me as one of the pioneers. They're like, Los, you know, we love you because you inspired us to do things. You may not think so, but when you guys put those records out, you inspired us to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Even Thyme and Mud from 5 Ella, you know, which was Proof's early group. They told me the same thing. They told me a story that touched my heart. They told me, Los, we sorry that we didn't realize who you were. We thought you, because you look younger than what you really are. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I appreciate that. They said, man, we thought you was a new guy on the scene with the name DJ Los, but you the original DJ Los. And he said, do you know that Jay Dilla used to look at your record all the time and say, hey, man, these guys is doing it on the west side of Detroit. We can do the same thing, man. So he was using us as inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Not so much as the creativity. I don't want to take nothing from Dilla, because Dilla was the man when it came to creativity. We ain't influenced him there. It was just the accomplishment of having product out from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? They was like, we can do it too. Yeah. So they said Dilla was saying that specifically about our product. And that meant a lot. That meant a lot to even know that, you know.
To be acknowledged by guys like that, like you.
Oh yeah.
Inspire dudes like that. I mean, that's gotta feel good and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got to meet Dilla. I got to meet him a couple of times. I tell the one story that he heard some of my beats, and he was a fan of one of my beats, man. And he's like, "Los, DJ Dez, let me hear that beat you created." And I know where you got all of the sounds in there. You took the bass line from this record, and you took the snare from this record, and the drum from the Weather Report, and such and such. And he broke my whole beat down in like a matter of 20 seconds, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but just to know that he liked something that I created, man, that means a lot too.
Yeah, you're definitely a legend, dog. That's what I mean. You're humble about it. But you're definitely a legend and a part of Detroit history.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely, dog. It was an honor that you came on here on the Hood Smokers podcast.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I was just excited, just as excited as y'all, man. Y'all showed me love, man. I was like, oh man, I love this, man. This is a part of my life, man. So it's never gonna end until I leave this plane of existence. You know what I'm saying? So anytime somebody called me that loved the art.
It froze. I think it froze. Yeah. Thank you.
It's buffering. Damn. Every time you get in the right at the
I noticed he's getting like really like in depth and stuff because I could tell he was about to, like really.
That's fact. I'm not gonna say the name. That's El Gordo fucking with us, dog. I'm telling you.
El Gordo.
The gatekeepers, dog. Them gatekeepers. Y'all know about the gatekeepers. I better keep quiet about that, though.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely an honor to have Los on here.
Yeah, we got the infamous DJ Los.
Yeah,
the original DJ Los in this bitch, Detroit legend.
Okay, wait, he might be. Yeah,
he's gonna pop back, get up to DJ Los. I'm playing a little bit more Detroit history.
At a skating rink. And so in the back of the skating rink, we had like a little soiree. Everybody brought food. I even drove my mother down. Los was about 8 years old. And Vincent and Reggie Calloway of Midnight Star brought Kenny to our release party. And Bootsy could not remember his name all night. So he said, you look like a baby face, Papa. And see, Kenny didn't like that because he had been hearing that all his life, from so many girls, women, and he really didn't like it, but the name stuck. And so that's Babyface Evans.
Building. We got DJ Los back in the building now. What up, though? All right, yeah, we lost. It seems like every time you get to the high point of the story, like you tell them the story, and then it freezes.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. But we still here. Yeah, man. I was just I'm just grateful, man, that anybody acknowledges anything, any contributions that I've given to hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? This is our baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that puts in, they're important, man. You know what I'm saying? Even the people that we consider to be whack. You know what I'm saying? If I'm one of those people, you know what I'm saying? We all contribute to it, and I'm just grateful that I'm allowed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's an honor to have you. Like I said, we don't want to take up your whole night and shit. So we're getting close to that time. Is there anybody else you want to shout out? Anything you want to say to the people?
Oh man, shout out to all my family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I interact with, from the big names to the ones not so big, the ones that's legendary. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Miss Corona. Royce the 5'9", the Almighty Dreadnoughts, ARES, Awesome Dre, man, so many, Razcast, Marv One, Alias P-Knuckle, Slaughter, man. It's always a lot of people. I know I'm gonna forget a lot of people, but they know I love them all, and when they call on me, I'm there. The Merciless Amir, shout out to the Merciless Amir. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, man. And I miss working with him. I ain't worked with him in a while, but shout out to the Merciless Amir. He just got acknowledged. him and Awesome Dre got acknowledged by Eminem when Eminem received his what was it? The Hall of Fame, induction. And they named Awesome Dre. He named Awesome Dre and Merciless Amir.
Yep.
Speaking of that, Eshawn need to go ahead and squash that with that boy.
Oh yeah.
Eminem shouted out Eshawn so many times, bro.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I mean,
but I talked to Esham about that. I said, Sham, I said, you should have been included in that. He's like, Los, I'm good. I was happy to hear him mention Awesome Dre and Merciless Amir. He said he didn't have to mention me. People know.
Right.
They know where the influence came from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like
reading an interview in the Double XL with Eminem, and he was talking about Eshawn.
Yep. Oh yeah. Definitely.
He mentioned him on his first record with Dre.
Yep.
His first record with Dre, he said he was a cross between Manson, Eshawn, and Ozzy. He said that.
Oh yeah. That list. It's a lot of unsung heroes, man. We know the truth behind the scenes. Shout out to DJ Butter.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to my boy DJ Butter. DJ Butter, DJ Babe. Those are the guys that you give the credit to as far as the mixed tape scene in Detroit and the 12 Tech Mob. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That in my book, those guys are the ones, you know, because I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued that I was a mixtape DJ and I was one of the first ones that put stuff out like that. I've never put out a mixtape. Only albums, you know what I'm saying, that I produce and stuff like that. You know, I'm more on the making the beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shout out to those guys.
Okay, yeah, shout out DJ Butter. So, you guys over there, the Funky Fresh.
Yep, B-Boy Reg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
Gino XO. I mean, there's so many names, man. I love everybody, bro.
Hey, that's funny. That's where I record at.
That's my spot. Yeah, that's my boy over there.
Yeah, I've been recording that Gino XO since he was in the house on San Juan in his crib.
Yep. Man, there's so many people. OC the Great, Mike Move.
Since we was talking about him, he did shout out. First one he shouted out when he did get his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was 2 Live Crew, and we got Brother He's coming.
We got he's coming.
Shout out my boy Mr. Mix. You know what I'm saying? I did shows with Mr. Mix before he turned out on my turntables. Yep, that's what's up. Another influence. That's another guy I imitated.
Hey, Los. I'm gonna bring up a name that I dug up, and I had to dig to find this dude.
Okay.
Bust Down.
I ain't familiar with Bust Down. I'm lost on that one.
You don't remember Bust Down?
Nope.
Came all around 91. Like the first record from New Orleans to get a major deal. He was on Luke Records.
Wow. When he came from here? He was from here? New Orleans.
He was like, he sounded like Dolomite though.
He sounded like Dolomite. His name of his album was called Nasty Bitch.
I gotta go do the research on that one. Seems like I might remember something like that, but not off the top of my head. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Nasty Bitch was a hit.
Okay. I gotta go do my research.
Shit.
I remember that. I just didn't know who the artist was. Okay, I do.
Bust Down.
Bust Down. Okay.
Bust Down.
Yeah, that's iconic.
Yeah.
That's like that dude, like the Dolomite of hip hop.
That's dope.
Yeah.
From New Orleans, huh? I would have thought it was something like that. He'd have been from Miami and shit with that fucking style and shit.
Man, and that was way before Manny Fresh and you know what I'm saying? And
Money and No Limit.
No Limit.
Yeah.
But if y'all
that's another area I've been working on is getting some New Orleans rappers on because I know about a lot of their history too. It's just like us. They ain't no babies to it either.
No. Nope.
They've been in the system like we've been in it.
Yep. Every hood. Yep.
And it just kind of came to me. It might be kind of a stupid question or whatever. Have you ever thought about because you were discussing all your influence that you just did a dedication to De La Soul and stuff the other day. Yeah, you know, like Mr. So, have you ever thought about doing like a DJ session, live or something like that? Like what you was talking about, like emulating all of them, all of your influences like that. Have you ever thought about doing a show or episode? Going all the way from Jam Master J, Mix Master.
I did something like that, but not quite. I think it was National DJ's Day, and I think I played all of my influences records with their scratch patterns, and then I tried to emulate the scratch patterns live to show people where I had learned those things. So it's along those lines, but not really dedicated to that, you know. So that's something to think about. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was just saying, like just something to think about. Because like definitely I like what you did for the De La Soul. When you was discussing that might be a pretty dope ass. I don't know, live.
Yeah, I keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm always looking for input. Because I just like to preserve the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to get no money or nothing when I do that. When I go live on Facebook, I'm not making no money from that. I don't put no cash.
Damn, froze up again, low. Hold on, let me try.
Yeah.
Maybe this.
He coming back.
Maybe I shouldn't blow it up. You know how we blow the guest up and we small at the bottom. That's what I've been doing. Maybe I should keep it like this.
Put back in. Hold on. Let's see.
We got the infamous DJ Los in the building.
J Los right in the building.
Detroit history in this bitch. You've been learning a lot of Detroit history, a lot of dope ass stories and shit.
Oh yeah.
An honor and shit. Most definitely an honor.
Yeah.
And shout out everybody that tuned in and shit. We appreciate that. It's definitely all love. Make sure y'all share this around, spread the word. Like I said, we got Brother Marquise coming up. We got shout out to Houston, shout out to H-Town. Because we got K Reno coming up too. We got them damn twins, SPC 23. So shout out to the whole South Park Coalition. We got DJ Los in the building right now. Like I said, we like to switch it back, but we always bring it back home. And who better to represent for the D than DJ Los and shit? You know what I'm saying? Detroit history, Detroit hip hop history. We always got to bring it back home. The Hood Smokers Podcast, #1 cannabis friendly podcast out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We just cannabis friendly. You ain't got to smoke to come on here, just so y'all know and shit. I know there was an MC who got it a little twisted, I guess, but F that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And to that other motherfucking El Gordo, you know what I'm saying? You can just keep me blocked, just keep and love. Come on, man. That shit just ain't right, dog. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Love, one of the gatekeepers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think we was having a discussion last night about it, like talking about how Jay-Z, nobody would sign Jay-Z at first, no record labels. But then shout out to Rizzo. We was talking to Rizzo about it. Shout out Jay Rizzo. But we was talking about that, like Jay-Z, no record labels would sign him at first, and now he's one of the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying?
Nope, Roy was the only one they can get to sign him.
Yeah, that's facts. But we had DJ Los. I don't know if he's gonna tap back in. We already almost at it's almost 10:30. You know what I'm saying? And he came on early, so it was dope. And we had a couple technical difficulties and shit. But if he's tuning in, watching right now, and not tapping back in, we got him back in. We got Los back up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Podcast, good shit.
Oh yeah. The signal been on whack. Yeah.
Yeah.
You there, my brother? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
DJ Los back in the building. Yeah, we got your Instagram pulled up. We put that down there in the description below. We put that link to the Kid Vishis track to the YouTube on there. But is there anywhere else, any other ways people can get at you? That you want to let?
You know, I'm an old man, so you can always reach me on Facebook.
Right.
Facebook. I'm D.J.LO. Like you said, Instagram is DJ Los the Original. YouTube is DJ Los the Original. You know, I don't have many entries on YouTube, but you can definitely find me there. Twitter, I think it's DJ Los 313. Yeah.
Okay. So make sure y'all check it out. If you ain't up on DJ Los, you just got a lesson on Detroit history. This was like a Detroit history class and shit. We done broke it down. I mean, he's a legend, the original DJ Los. This ain't. Because, I mean, you is a legend, dog. When we say, we don't use that word loosely. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
My bro.
And when we say legend, we mean that shit. Like, you are a legend, dog.
I love y'all back, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, and we like down the line, if you have anything you want us to ever put out there, you put something out there you want us to promote, we got you, man.
Okay, well look out for that milestone album that I'm putting out. I think it's gonna be some stuff on there you like. I forgot to mention Guilty Simpson is on there from the Almighty's Dreadnought. So it's shout out Guilty Simpson. So it's a bunch of people that are going to be a part of this thing, and just another contribution, man. But I think y'all like it. So
yeah, we look forward to playing it too.
What's that track when you 14? If you don't mind me peeping it.
Hit Me. The name of the album is Untouchable, so it's like maybe a good 15 songs on that album. But Hit Me, I'm rapping on, and Untouchable. That's the ones you were talking about, the ones I rapped on?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be looking out for that.
Have you on.
What was the
Appreciate it.
You got a release date on that?
For that project, I don't, because I'm still working towards it. It was supposed to come out last year on my 50th birthday, but I couldn't get everybody that I wanted on it at the time. You know, the timing, it just wouldn't work out.
Wait, whose 50th birthday?
Mine was it was my birthday in April of last year, so I'm getting ready to turn 51.
No 50. Damn. All right.
Yeah, Captain was like,
oh man, I thought you were about to turn 41.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Props. Saying, all right.
Yeah. No
Let's
doubt.
props.
It's definitely an honor having you out here. Like I said, we always like to bring it back home to Detroit and to bring legends on here from Detroit, and it was an honor to add you to the list of legends from Detroit we had on here. So,
man.
Much love, DJ Los in the building.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Praise the Creator, Yah.
Most. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
all praise for Allah, the Most High.
That's right.
What it was, what it is, then again shall be.
That's right.
Salute y'all.
All right. Shalom.
Much love. DJ Los, y'all in the motherfucking
Shalom.
building. Shout out to everybody that was tuning in. Yeah, you got
Legendary.
the legend himself, DJ Los. I wanted to play a couple more tracks, but I'm going through these pictures. That's crazy that we was talking about JD, and I was just flipping through the pictures, and I see you got one with JD and shit. And JD's pointing at him and shit in the picture. I don't know if you can see it right now, Brother King X, but
I'm about to look at it.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm up this LLC.
Oh, all right. Yeah, JD over here pointing at it. He over here, and shout out to Lynch Mob. JD hit that. I was wondering why, like, right away, I was noticing a lot of our former guests had smashed like on it from, like, the Bay Area and the West Coast and shit. They was, like, showing love, like, as soon as we posted the flyer, DJ Los. And now it makes sense. He worked with all of them and shit, you know what I'm saying? Pops was working with Dr. Dre and shit. What the fuck? I'm sure that it might not have been the reason why M's tape got Dr. Dre's hands, but it could have influenced it, you know what I'm saying? That the whole Detroit thing and shit. Why Dre was fucking with it. Right. Y'all interested in becoming a guest on the Hood Smokers Podcast? Prices Wednesday night, 45-minute interview, 30 minutes music play, $80. Can't beat that. We bring legends on this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Saturday night, 1 hour interview, 30 minutes of music played, $120 special interview on an off day like a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. Hour interview, 30 minutes music, $150. You want to have a track played on the show before any other live, exclusive guest interviews, $5 for the if you want to have it played like when we have legends like DJ Los and like we got Brother Marquise coming up Friday, and we to be announced our guest Wednesday. You'll know real soon. I'll post a flyer. You know how we do, because now the Hood Smokers inside the joint. So we'll let y'all know. You'll know if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram. If you want to be a guest, if you're interested in any of that, you're an underground upcoming artist and you want to be a guest on the show, you can get at me, Brother King X, or Blatonio, Todd. The numbers are down there in the description. You can just call us, hit us up, text us, emails down there. Brother King X, you got a new single though. We was talking about it, but I didn't play the promo because Los popped back on and shit. But I'm gonna jump back over and play the promo. But when is it dropping? While I'm scrolling up looking for it.
The 20th of this month.
All right, so y'all can look forward to that. You know we're gonna be banging it on the Hood Smokers Podcast for sure, and it's available wherever music is found. I'm gonna play the damn, I just was on it. This thing going acting crazy. This mouse. Let me play this little it's a clip, Brother King X. New single dropping. Check it out, y'all.
You know what I do when I lay eyes on you. You so mesmerizing. I'm paralyzed by you.
Brother King X vibe. Yeah. That smooth sounding. That's that smooth shit, Brother King X bringing that smooth shit for the ladies and shit. Oh yeah, we was talking about Hush. I was gonna play this too, but during the music portion. So
Top dog
song. This a throwback. This Hush Detroit Players. It's just his verse on it. Let's check it out. This from 2002. You know what I'm saying? There it is. That shit was funky as hell. Well, Hush, shout out Hush. We got to get Hush on here and shit. I shared his post. He had shared the tape. DJ Los's from 1988. I'm about to go on my page and pull it up. I know. You know what? I think I put it on the Hood Smokers Roundtable, but I'm still gonna go on my shit. Let's see. Let me see. Let me pull up this cassette tape and show y'all. Where's it at? Photos, post. Where is it? How do I go to the post? Post right here. Where it says post. Hold up. I know I just posted it. There's yours. I posted your single. Here it is. The tape. Untouchable. What's it? Still have my original from 1988. This tape set it off for me. This is from Hush. This made me start rapping. I tell DJ Los the original every time I see him out on front. This tape is priceless and most prized possession in my tape collection. Real Detroit hip hop and legendary. Thank you. And this is Untouchable. Easy B and DJ Los, 1988. He got the original cassette tape scratched up and everything. He looks like he done been rocking that bitch. Like Biggie said, I'd let my tape rock till my tape
pop. Till the tape pop. Sipping on Private Scott.
Yeah. So shout out to Hush too and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to get Hush on here. I got to hit him up. I'm gonna be hitting you up, Hush, if you tuned in, because I know DJ Los is your homie, so you probably watching this. I'll be hitting you up probably tonight when we get off here and shit. Be hitting Hush up. I meant to hit him up. I rocked with Hush back in the days. I'm trying to see what tracks we got here. We played the old K-Stone track and shit. Shout out to Detroit Underdog.
K33, they say my posse started 3 by 3, but I'm the see new recipe. It's a sufficient beat. I ain't become godly, really hungry. You go bound for me, it's kingdom come and get hard. I'm strong in the recipe. I'm bad in the great. I ain't ever touched the mic and speak. My passion niggas who could never win space. I ain't getting a baby. I'm a rap nigga.
Video shoot.
Baby, I'm over happy niggas.
Shout out DJ Butter. There's DJ Butter right there. Shit, that's what I mean. We got a lot of Detroit legends we've had on, and we still got to get on and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no problem, but we like to mix it up, y'all. So that's why we bringing you other guests from other places. Shout out to homie Cuban Link. Shout out Goya. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bronx, the Boogie Down. And we got Houston in the building coming up. Like I said, we got K Reno coming up. We got them damn twins. It's like the new generation of the SPC coming on. And we're going to chop it up. But then we got them booked. I believe it's the, what date? I think it's the 25th. March 25th. We got them booked. We got Brother Marquise from the legendary 2 Live Crew coming on. That's going to be dope. That's Saturday. And like I said, this Wednesday night's guest, y'all will know when we drop the flyer. And y'all know. So anything you want to say, Brother King X, before we jump up out of here?
No, sir. Everybody tune in. Thanks for watching. Much love to everybody that rock with us and every guest that we have and will have.
Yes, sir. And get ready for that new Brother King X single dropping too and shit. That's going to be some fire. It's the Hood Smokers Podcast. All right, well, enjoy your night, Brother King X. And we going to, y'all enjoy y'all night too. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Like I said, catch us every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you want to be on an off night and shit, we got that available. So get at us. Just hit us up. We got the numbers down there. You know what I'm saying? Much love, y'all. It's the Hood Smokers Podcast, and we out this bitch. Detroit hip-hop, baby, all day. Trying to get the motherfucking outro to play. I can't. It be fucking up on me. We got to get a new outro. I'm going to play a track. What track should I play to go out with? Brother King X, I'll let you pick the track. What's going to be the last track? We just going to let it play, and then I'm going to end it as soon as the track's done. What track should we play? How about how about Dice new track?
Fuck it. We can roll with the
Shout out to
boys.
homie Dice because we got the legendary story. What up, though, D. Cochran? Appreciate you. Sharing it and always tuning in every night. We appreciate everybody that tunes in. Cap C, what up, though, family? What up, though, Willie Hayes? We're going to play Warrant from IRS, the new video produced by Poe Hussein. Shout out Poe Hussein by Dice. Shout out to all the Dice maniacs. I heard him say that on the track. But we got the legendary story, what Dice's first name was, by DJ Los. Fucking boss man. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out. That was a dope story that was never told. And you heard it here on the Hood Smokers Podcast. But he got it up on his topic. I don't know if this is the actual video. This might just be the track. Let me see if this is the video. Or this is just the song. I want to play the video. Where the video at? I got to put Dice's King probably. One from IRS. To get it off his page. Not his topic. It's not popping up. What the fuck? But we just gonna. I want to play the video. Maybe the video ain't. You know what? I didn't play the video off of. It wasn't. It was off Deathrow Kid. I played the video. Let me scroll on down on the round table. I know it's on here. Oh, you know what? Track. Did you check out that new Detroit Cypher with Bizarre, the part 2? Oh, you ain't watched that? Called it's let me see. I checked it out. It came out I think yesterday. You remember Bizarre had that one cipher he just did? This one Detroit Cypher ESP2 featuring Gibsonite Troublemaker the rapper. Came out 2 days ago. You could play that. But I did want to play that Dice though and shit. I'm gonna have that pulled up if I don't find the Dice video on here. But I'm gonna scroll down and see if I can find the Dice video. Shout out Christopher George. Shout out to BAMN Entertainment. Shout out RBL Posse. Shout out Gangsta Nip. I'm just scrolling down on the round table and I'm just seeing people to shout out. Shout out to JD, Super MC. Shout out to this is Chris versus Chris, caught in traffic. He wants to be a guest on here. I believe he's from Connecticut. We're gonna check him out one day. Shout out Black Ice. Shout out Black Sea. Shout out DUK. I'm going through here. He got to be on here. Where's that Dice video at? I know I played it more than once. Shout out Esham. He got some new shit he been dropping. What's it called? Purgatory Stories? Something like that. Shout out to Almighty Dreadnoughts. Shout out Jack Frost. Make sure you go check out the second interview with Jack Frost. Shout out 3. Shout out to New Life. Shout out City G. Shout out Jay Rizzo. Looking at all these down when I'm going down here. Shout out Terrell Matheny. Shout out K Reno, Brady Gaza, Cap C. We got, how about Brother King X? We're going to go out with Goodbye by Brother King X. Let's go on the Hood Smokers Podcast.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Olay, get up out my face. So I'm like, bye-bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face. See you on my plate, so it's bye-bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face.
You was never good for me, all you did was talk down. Disrespecting my religion, so I must end this now. You a very selfish woman, that's my versus self-centered. You need to open your heart and let Allah enter. You will never find a king, acting like a Jezebel. Disloyal, non-believer, girl, you just an infidel. I tried to make you my queen, all you want is sex and pay. Please educate yourself, you need to be remade. Need to change the way you dress, please put on some clothes, man. Attitude, lazy, always turning up your nose. You ain't all that, the world doesn't owe you nothing. Stop living off your parents, girl.
Get up out my face, so I'm like, bye-bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face. See you on my plate, so it's bye-bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face.
You claim I didn't love you, but I did the best I can. I'd rather all worldly ways. No, I can't be that man. I'm a soldier of Allah, striving to be alright. Sex, partying, drugs. No, I can't live that life. I'm over the situation. I put it in God, send submission to Islam. You don't understand. Twerking on social media. Tag me in your posts. I got you on platforms blocked, cause you do the most. You can't be representing me, dressing like that. Your mind Deuce told you to clean up your act. Bragging about your threesomes, purify your mind. I refuse to deviate, girl, you out of line.
So I'm like, bye bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face. See you on my plate, so it's bye bye. We cannot connect, we not on Wi-Fi. Every time I miss a call, it's why? Need to get away, get up out my face.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hood Smokers Podcast. We out of here. That's Brother King Gangs. Goodbye. Bye, y'all. Make sure you hit subscribe, share, like. We appreciate y'all. Much love. We'll see y'all Wednesday night.
When your jumper is on fire and your